Aster.
Do you have a blazer?
No, I do not. No fucking blazers.
The forecast for the next 4 to 5 days is going to
No
be
fucking
hot
blazers.
as fuck.
It is fucking hot.
It's going to be blazing.
Okay, ready. This podcast is brought to you by Rob Hinton Realtor. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or lease, Rob is your real estate resource in the residential and commercial avenues in and around the greater Austin and surrounding areas. With the added power of Coldwell Banker United behind him, he is also able to market your property for national sale nationally through multiple media avenues, not just the local Austin scene, to gain maximum exposure for your property. Experience, expertise, and a no bullshit, no used car salesman policy. What do you think about that, Jonathan?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, what do you think, John?
What do you think about that, John?
I have no idea what to think
No
about
bullshit, man. No bullshit from Rob Hinton, man. He's a fucking pimp, I'm
that. I
telling
will
you.
not mess with him.
That's right. So even if you're just interested in a current evaluation of your home, reach out and he'll be glad to help. So that is Rob Hinton Realtor. And how to contact Rob, his email is robert.hinton, he spells his last name Hinton, at cbunited.com. And on Facebook, he is at facebook.com/rhintonrealestate. And with that, we got the Freebleeder boys in the house. Let's hit it.
You're listening to CobraCast.
The cobra injects deadly venom through its fangs, like toxins through a pair of hypodermics.
Here it comes.
This is the CobraCast. And here's your host, Bobby Sharon.
How pimp is that?
That is amazing.
That's fucking... I'm fucking pimping on another level now, brothers.
I'm telling you.
That's a lot better than just letting
last-
us talk and. Oh yeah.
Wait, should I play it again? Should I play it again?
Yeah.
No.
Just put it on loop in the background.
Oh,
I'll play it twice.
Just stroke yourself
Anyways,
as much as possible.
hey, so right now we got John. We're missing somebody.
It's Chris.
Chris is
Chris is gone. Anyways, we got Matt in the house. We got John in the house, and Chris is
he'll be pulling up anytime.
he's gonna be pulling up.
He's en route.
He's in a roll, and we have a special guest. Rachel is in the house for a little bit, so she's like what is the beer maiden tonight? The beer brow.
the beer frau.
The beer frau.
Welcome to the beer frau.
So how you guys doing, man? It's been a bit.
We're doing good.
It's been a bit, man. Last time I saw you was at the acoustic show, I do believe.
That was it, yeah.
That
Yeah.
was jamming, man.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
We had a blast with that show. It was something we've never done before, and we got a really good response from it. It almost made us want to be an acoustic band and just put out acoustic albums. So
Yeah, almost.
of stuff that isn't even ours.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's mine.
I mean,
Well, it's yours.
the thing about it, though, I mean, everybody brought it that night.
Yeah.
Everybody did. I mean, 333, Dharma Kings. How great were they?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
And you guys, and who else was on the bill?
The Elixir?
Elixir was on it
Yeah.
also. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they killed it also.
We played with them last Saturday in Taylor.
How did
Yeah.
that go?
Awesome.
It was a great show. It's a fun little venue out there in Taylor.
Black Sparrow.
Yeah, I've never been there before, but we played with some good bands, and we all had a good time, until we shut the bar down, and then we all had to try to find our way back to Austin
Oh shit!
in the dark.
In the dark.
From
Well, it's like, if you go like on 79 and just go back to 35 that way, I mean you're
Yeah.
pretty good to go. So
Yeah, the first time we went up me and Palmer went up 210 into some back lane. It took us forever to get there, and it was all tolls.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
oh
like,
shit, yeah,
it's a
no
lot
kidding.
farther to Slaughter from Taylor than it
Yeah.
is to Pflugerville.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I'm already here. I didn't even know.
yeah,
Well, because when I went from here, I could either take the toll road down or take 35 to 79 and do it that way.
yeah.
So I was being cheap that day, and I said, I'm just going to go 35 to 79. And it took me forever and 10 days to get there. Because on my GPS, it said, oh, it takes you 30 minutes this way and 32 that way. Yeah, it was way more than 32. How about an hour and 32? How's that?
Finding
Yeah.
that GPS.
I try to avoid toll roads as much as possible.
Yeah, because I'll tell you the
You
thing.
can't get to your house without getting on the toll road.
Well, no, you can do it. Just go 35. I mean, people complain about this place way more than they should. fucking Jim from like Texas Miss is like, oh, he calls it like South Dallas and
Well,
Waco.
you said I lived in North San Antonio.
North San Antonio.
So
Well, it's funny because the band the Bowleys, they live one town up in Florence, so they're way past me.
yeah.
Oh, God.
So they just have to drive back. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's just but they're in the middle. I mean, Florence is like Sasquatch country. It's like this. You think Georgetown is bad? Yeah, yeah. This is pretty. Yeah, what do you call it? Pretty woodsy out there. Sort of like going to Washington or some shit.
That's where they filmed the movie Wrong Turn.
Wrong turn. Hey, so you guys gonna do any more of those shows or?
We haven't really talked. Mainly after that show, because we spent so much time on that show. Mainly after it was over with, we really didn't have a plan for afterwards. Because it was such a quick thing trying to put the CD together, record the CD, and then start actually practicing. Because the way we did the recording of the CD is we went in and we really didn't even know the parts. So it was kind of like one day I just went up there and laid down about 12 drum tracks.
I knew the parts.
Well, you knew the parts. And he was kind of the orchestrator in this whole thing. And so then Palmer would go up there and just write his guitar parts on the spot. But then we actually had to come together and practice because we had that show. So we had to kind of relearn the songs. And then we did the show. And then after that, it was kind of like...
You left out the other guitar player and piano player was in Boston.
Yeah, he was in Boston. He had to come
practiced
down.
two nights before. We practiced 2 shows with him. First time ever. And worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. But after that, everybody people went on vacations for a little bit. Everybody had their birthdays come up. And
Lazy and fat.
Yeah, so for the last 2 or 3 months, we've just really not done anything.
Hey, physically, it looks like you haven't done anything. Just kidding.
So, but
It's not. It's
So he's like, oh, I don't know about that.
but I think the last practice the practice before, because the last practice we had to relearn our own songs.
Yeah.
The
Isn't that a bitch when you forget your own songs?
yeah, especially for not playing them for.
It's a bitch
3
when
or
they
4
forget them.
months.
It's like, God dang, man.
Oh, really? Because you're the one going in there going, I don't know what solo to play here.
Not me. That's not me. That's
That's
the other
another guy.
Jonathan.
That's the other guy who forgot that shit. Hey, Sharon just popped up. Say hello to Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Sharon.
Hello.
I saw her the other night over at 333. Let me tell you something, man. If you guys, anybody that went to that show, what a killer show. Give it to What For played. White Label Analog played. And I'll tell you, I've seen 333. I couldn't tell you how many damn times. That was the best I've ever seen them.
Really?
They just fucking brought it. It was such a great show. They did their 3-song EP release. Yeah, but kudos to everybody that played, man. Everybody sounded great. Everybody brought it, and it was a great show.
Oh boy, with his fuzzy pants. I saw.
Oh,
the
did you
picture.
see those? Yeah, Danny. He had these fucking furry leg warmers on. He looked like Monsters Inc.
Yeah, he did.
And then they're blue furry things. Then he had these blue like Elton John glasses on.
Oh my God, that's
He gave 0 fucks that night because everybody like I guess it was Tony or 333's idea or Eric, somebody, for everybody to wear blue. So that was the deal. So that's what he wore. I didn't wear any blue. I walked in, black on whatever the hell I was wearing. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
the normal rock star attire.
Yeah, you know how I am. You know how I am.
So,
Fucking just like a pimp,
well, yeah, I'm glad that show went well.
Somebody got to do it.
That's right.
We really didn't. We weren't able to make it for other reasons, just because we were playing at the same time.
We were in Taylor.
We were in
You're
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah. So, but I saw the pictures and I saw the videos, and it looked like it was a fun show.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I said I've seen them guys. I don't know how many damn times they sounded so good. I don't know what it was. One of those. It was a magical night, like the acoustic night was.
yeah, I think that was the last time I saw 333. Was at the
The acoustic.
yeah. I saw Give It the What For a couple weekends ago at Texas Miss. That was the last time I saw them. And that was hard to get into.
Oh my God.
Jim's having problems over there, man.
We need to bring that up already.
Did you see him go live and he's in the parking lot and some guy was pulled over and took a piss in his parking lot? He's like, hey,
No,
man,
no,
this
no.
guy just went and took a piss.
No, it was his girlfriend or wife. So what the deal was, he gets out there, right? And it's like, supposedly it was like 8 o'clock in the morning or some shit. And he got his camera, and there's this girl, like, you know the dumpsters where you load in?
Yeah.
Well, she was behind the dumpster up in the on the little embankment. She's either taking a squat or a shit or piss or whatever.
I didn't even see that part. I thought it was just that dude.
No. That was the beginning. So he's like,
God, I should've watched
he
the
goes over, so he goes up to the guy in the car. He's like, hey, real nice, taking a shit on my property. He goes, oh, this guy's probably cheating on his wife with this girl over here. Goes, can't you go anywhere else and take a piss or a shit? Oh, real nice. You know, I was like, because you're probably cheating on your wife with this girl.
Oh my God.
I knew I should have
Can't
watched
you
till
go
the end.
somewhere else? Oh, dude, the whole thing was like, I was fucking dying,
I'm gonna
dude.
have to find this.
I'm
I
looking it up.
didn't see this. Was it just like just some people that pulled into his parking lot?
It was, then so the guy in the car's like, I'm sorry, you know, she had to go to the bathroom really bad and we had nowhere to stop. He goes, so real classy, you had to fucking stop at my bar and,
Behind the dumpster.
and drop a deuce in my behind my dumpster.
He should have got that in the
something like
music
that.
video.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. Fuck. I must have watched it. I mean, he had a lot of views. 10 of those views were mine because I watched it over and over again. I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be him out there bitching about the construction or whatever. But I was like, oh, wait a minute.
But that was a while back.
Was it?
It was like,
I just
I'm
saw
going
it
to
like
say
yesterday.
probably a couple, 2-3 months ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the construction thing is, you know, Christ, not how you describe this. The only way to get in there is when you're going like, was it Old Bastrop
Yeah.
Highway there? But you go by the P. Terry's,
Mhm.
and then you can kind of go in that way.
Yeah. Well, the way I went in was because
There's only one way in.
I went down 183 and tried to go in the correct way, the
Right.
normal way.
That's not happening.
But then I had to go all the way around.
Go up near the airport
Yeah.
and swing around. And right past P. Terry's is where that little road is.
Yeah. And for a moment, I was looking at that construction stuff and I was like, I wonder if I can make it. I wonder if I can just go around. And then you look down and there was just like this giant, like, cavernous, like, indention in the ground. You're like, yep, not going to make that. So,
Well, and the fucked up thing was when I was leaving, it's like, 1 a.m. or whatever, and I'm not even drunk, and I'm like, I'm trying to get out, and there's rights to go, but if you take that right, you're gonna someone's gonna hit you because it's like a very sharp kind of thing, and you're in between two like those big cement barriers.
yeah.
So you gotta have to bypass that, go up a little bit more, and then try to find the right one. And I was like, man, this is dangerous.
See, that was the thing. I made that first right when you come out to get onto 183 and kind of
Yeah,
move
yeah.
back around. I came out, and all of a sudden, I made a turn, and this like bulldozer-looking heavy machinery came right across the street at the same time,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh
I'm
God,
gonna
I'm not
fucking die.
gonna make it!" So, but I made it. I'm here.
Yeah, so I think for every show he's putting down like a little roadmap on how to get to the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's got to. I mean, I had a buddy call me a couple weeks back, and he was like on a Saturday night, it's like 10 o'clock, and he's like, man, he goes, I'm going down to the Mist for a show. I can't get in the place. How do you get in there? He goes, part of it's all blocked off. There's construction, and I was trying to tell him, go up towards the airport, and you're gonna swing around, and then you see P. Terry's, and he kept going. He went like a couple, 2-3 times. He went past P. Terry's, and still couldn't find that little entrance.
Yeah.
So he was just like, he said, fuck it, I'm going home.
See, word to the wise.
Or he went
Just
over to the landing strip.
keep
yeah.
keep trying, folks.
Option 2.
One or the other.
Go to the Mist. It's a great place. Just keep
yeah,
trying.
Yeah. Keep trying, man.
Keep trying, man.
I had a great time over there because it was, of course, 333, another one of their shows.
You really like those guys, don't you?
Yeah, they're my, I
Second
got,
favorite band,
I
aren't they?
got a thing for the drummer. He's hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
He's a party animal.
yeah, like I said, I saw Give It the What For, but Citizen Band Radio,
Oh, yeah. I had them up here.
dude, those guys
They're really good,
can
yeah.
fucking rock, man.
Their drummer,
Oh yeah, man, she's a beast.
yeah.
I
her background?
I know.
She went to Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah. She's a bad motherfucker.
I sat there and I was just like,
It's funny because she reminds me of so many. Oh, look who just rolled up. She reminds me of so many characters I grew up with. And she is such a nice person, but a slamming drummer, female, male, whatever you want to call it.
yeah,
She went to Berklee. She's played with the dudes in Living Color. Fucking Vernon Reed and all those guys. I saw a couple
Yeah.
videos of that. She's toured with a bunch of people. I mean, she's a really, really great drummer.
yeah. They're
There
great.
he is. What's up, brother? How you doing? Howdy.
Tried to walk into your neighbors.
Oh, there you go.
I
wouldn't do
saw
that.
you walking
Get from
across
the mic,
the
man.
street.
There's no podcast here.
There's no podcast. Get on the goddamn mic, son. How
There
are
you
you?
go.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Nice hair. Get your haircut there. Looks handsome.
I got them all cut.
Yeah, that's my son. It's all, as my mother would put it, very woodsy.
Like you just hacked it off with a knife.
She goes, yeah, you need a haircut, son. You're looking woodsy. Okay, whatever the fuck that means. Woodsy. I don't know. It's like fucking Sasquatch talk or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm going to blame it on John.
Are you?
Fuck did I do?
Kind of. About 4 years ago, he
Hey, why you gotta
He's
be
been
bring-
waiting a long time
No,
for
no,
this.
no,
Why do you
Stop.
got to be bringing up old shit for?
Are you?
The thing is still alive. About 4 years ago, he made me take one of his little monkey-ass dogs out of his litter. And this morning, I woke up to my daughter saying, "What is that smell?" And I said,
Is it a dead dog?
"I don't know. I haven't brushed my teeth
You like
yet."
dogs?
And
like
so,
bugs?
so I walked into the kitchen, and the dog had spray painted the entire floor from the kitchen to the back door, and then left a pile about 2.5 feet wide and about
that's a
3
pile.
inches deep.
Ah.
What kind of dog? What
Mud.
kind of dog is this?
It's a lab.
Oh shit!
It's a big,
old
one,
dog.
too.
Oh
He-
goddamn!
It's a big old dumb dog.
They
He
take-
takes
They
big
take monster
dumps.
shits too.
So he spray painted walls and chairs and
Oh, that's
all
terrible.
kinds of good stuff. That's what I woke up to this morning. So I got to clean that up.
That was what, 10 hours ago?
Why do you
You don't live that far
Hey,
away.
man, when you show up 30 minutes late to work, you work 30 minutes later.
Oh, that's
It is what it is, man. You know,
Not really. My job, I just
Oh,
come
boy.
and go as I please.
hey, porn's got an easy schedule. It's just, you
Work
get hard
at
shooting,
home?
you're over. Little editing, boom, on the net.
I wish I'd probably
Give me
make more
20
money.
minutes. I'll be right back.
Let me warm up, Fluffer.
Fluffer.
Fluffer. It's a Fluffer bell. Fluffer.
Where are you at, Chris?
Oh,
Right there.
that's so funny. So funny. No, we were just talking about the acoustic show.
I heard. I was
Oh, you
watching.
listening? Oh, wow, how
that's nice of you.
interesting.
Good thing we didn't talk any shit about
Very
him.
cool, man.
I never missed the show.
You never miss it? Oh,
Well, except for on Wednesdays.
except on Wednesdays?
Yeah.
Oh.
We have practice. on
Wednesday's usually the
Wednesday.
good show. So
Obviously.
I'm just kidding. Obviously.
Well, you're going to have to change that. We practice on Wednesdays, so I can't watch it.
So right
Not
now,
live.
Well, you can watch it in reruns, because it is on, it is, it's not, you can't.
it doesn't go away. It's on the
That's no
internet.
fun. I'm in the now.
Yeah.
No.
It's really funny because Jim says the same thing because he watches it in his office over at the Mist. He goes, "Damn, I missed it." It's like, Jim, it's on. You could just kind of fucking go back and watch it. It's on YouTube and everything. Yeah, but I like to watch it live. I'm like, okay. Well,
Me too. Jim and I are older, so what the-
shit, you ain't that much older than I am.
God, would you
I
stop
don't even think Jim's that old.
chewing that cud, please?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can y'all
chewing.
hear that?
God,
Your microphone?
That's all I hear.
Well, then give me a cigarette. Can we smoke in here?
Sure, why not? Got some crack?
Hold on. Let me
We
go
were
to the
talking
side.
about that last night. Not last night, the night before last. Because people were like, always ask if they can drink or, I said, man, if you want to fucking light up a joint, go ahead. I got no fucking problem with it, whatever. I'm not going to smoke it with you, but I mean, you can fucking light it up. No shit, man.
No shit, huh?
No shit.
The best one.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do. The best one was when Nathan Alvarez was up here the first time. And Nathan, right?
Yeah.
He's a fucking
And
character.
he has a vape pen, and he's sitting there and he goes, marijuana. Right in the podcast, marijuana. I'm like, no, I'm good, man. Fucking love that dude.
We're live in Colorado.
Yeah. The fuck? What's the matter? Fuck, I mean, they can come and get me. They can come and get me.
It is too far to drive, so
Yeah.
maybe they'll leave you alone.
Too far to drive.
Cops would never come all the way out here.
Hey, they're not even watching anyways. They're not watching. Who cares? Yeah, man, you really need to get another one of those acoustic gigs together. That was so cool, man. I mean, it's just,
I'm pretty sure the other guy who recorded the original album with me,
yeah.
he was pretty fired up about it. So I'm pretty sure we can talk him to come back down.
Yeah, and doing
Doing it
another
again.
one. Maybe doing an annual kind of.
I was thinking
Yeah,
maybe
totally.
just booking a Dave TV live deal.
That would be kind of fun.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Have you guys done Dave TV yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you've done it already?
I hope he's not watching if he hates
I
us.
was like, he hates you. Oh, that's right.
The last
Oh,
one
yeah.
we
He
did,
did. He did tell me what the deal with that one was. Yeah. He didn't say he
he's
hated
told
you.
everybody.
John wanted a circle.
Yeah, he says that ain't gonna work.
Let's line up in a circle. We'll just get right in a circle. It'll be
Yeah.
great. We'll be intimate and it'll be cool. We'll all be looking at each other, rocking the fuck out. And Dave's like, oh, okay. I was like, is that cool? He's like, yeah, that's cool. And then after the show, he's like, don't ever ask me to do that again. I hate
What?
you.
It really wasn't even a circle. It was just you turned around and then just.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was it.
Let me tell you something.
Nobody got my whole concept of the
let me tell you something. I saw it. I wouldn't do it again. It just was.
I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was
awesome.
kind of interesting.
Well,
different
are you-
angles.
were
He
you-
was worried about the other cameras being in the shots. I was like,
I
no,
put him
Dave,
in there, man.
That makes it look awesome.
Were you
Yeah.
guys going for
Nobody
like
else does it.
Were you guys kind of going for that? What is it, the '70s show vibe? Was that what it was sort of like?
I
or-
think he was trying to go for like Def Leppard in the round kind of
Yeah.
thing with a round stage.
Oh.
No, that's what I was going for, but yeah.
Well, you just agreed to it, so that's what he was going for.
Oh, okay.
But you know, in
I
a
don't even know
circular,
what
you
you're
know, a
talking
circular kind of.
Well, that
performance.
studio's kind of weird because it's not weird, but it's just it's pretty small. I mean, him to walk around in a circle or whatever he was doing.
Yeah. Well,
He wasn't pleased.
I
He
think
wasn't pleased.
the cameraman were
They were all
a
set.
little befuddled because they're on.
They're not
stand.
used to it,
Yeah.
because they do the same thing
Like,
every
I'm
week.
filming the other cameraman. What the hell?
This
I
is
can't
on a
get them out of my
stand. I
shots.
can't really move it
I
too
can't
well.
move this good.
You know, they had one guy roaming around and he was trying to get like the upward angles and stuff like that. But I still watch it and I still think it's
Next time,
It's
fun.
different.
Yeah, it's different.
next time we'll hang by bungee cords and just play upside down.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool.
Just jump up and down.
Yeah, because I think
blood just rushed your head. We
I
passed
think
out.
everything
They
is.
stopped playing. I don't know why.
Isn't everything like it's on tripods, but they don't move it. I think they just keep it in one little spot and that's it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
there's one mobile one.
I think there's one mobile. I think the cameras they had wheels like you could push the
Yeah, yeah,
pedal
yeah.
and move, but
I put 'em wherever I want 'em.
but yeah, it's mainly they were all stationary, and then there was one guy moving around. But I think for ours, they had 2 or 3 of them
Yeah.
that were moving around at the same time because they're like, okay, this is what we got to do. So, like, and then like I said, there was one guy on the floor like all the time trying to get up angles,
On the floor.
and then like another camera guy was shooting, and then you'd see the guy like pop up.
Was he on like one of those little rollers that like you work on your car with? You know, you're underneath the car.
Oh man, that would have been handy though.
See?
Somebody just kicking.
Because I remember when he was up here, he was talking about it. I don't know how we got on the subject of it or how it came up, but he mentioned it. Yeah,
it's infamous.
The worst show I ever
he's like,
did.
"What
was
the fuck is wrong with
Freebleeder."
these Freebleeder guys?
That was all
Fucking
John's idea.
assholes."
Hey man, you win some,
We-
lose some. Some
We
ideas
literally
are
all
great.
went in there
Hey,
like,
they all can't be winners. That's what he said about these episodes.
Exactly.
Hey, they all can't be winners. There's some of them are good, some of them are bad.
Well, I got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah. Every time you guys come up, it's a blessing.
see, but that's the thing. It's one of John gets these ideas in his head, and he doesn't tell anybody else about these ideas, or if he does tell them about the ideas,
I'll
it's-
let you tell your side, and I'll
it's-
tell you how it works.
He tells these ideas,
I'll
but
tell you how it works.
and he can attest to this. He tells these ideas, but he tells us like 9 months in the past, and then he expects us to remember them when he's like, "All right, everybody got it. This is what we're doing," and we're all like, "What are you talking about?" Like the acoustic album is another comic book is a perfect example.
I'll tell you what, man. I've shown that book to I don't know how many people have come up here, and I'm like going. I said, "You want to do merch right?" I said, when I first met the Freebleeder guys, they came up with plenty of merch. I actually wore that T-shirt today to work.
Mm-hmm.
A T-shirt, a comic book, a sticker, a couple of stickers, a CD, a download card of their old album. I mean, I said, look at this fucking comic book. This is unbelievable, you know. And people
Number
are like
2 will be
super
coming out
impressed.
soon.
now our
people
merch
like-
box has like 3 koozies and
Yeah,
Three
Well,
koozies.
empty pack of cigarettes.
That's, I mean, that's how we pretty much make our money is by selling shit.
selling
So,
Yeah.
but well, I never see it.
That's my part.
me.
Fuck is
But
that?
but yeah, this
I
guy
don't make any money.
like the comic book's a good example. Like he came up with the idea in like November, say, and he just brings this fucking wire rimmed sheet of paper and he's like, "Look at these drawings I did. We're gonna make a comic book." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
That was like a year before
then-
that came
And
out.
then he comes back to us from November. Then he comes back to us in July, and he's like, "All right, you guys ready to shoot the comic book?" And he starts the conversation out that way, and we're like, "What comic book? What are you talking about,
Talking
dude?"
about, they looked like I was speaking
it
a
was
fucking different language.
It
It's
was like he's a
kidding me?
crazy man, and then he's just like, "This weekend we're shooting the comic book."
Shoot,
I was
the
like,
comic book.
what comic book?
What are you talking about? Comic
So
book?
that's how John does ideas, and the same thing happened with the Dave TV thing. We didn't know about the round thing until
I
we,
just thought about that in the
until we
parking lot.
walked into the studio,
There was no
and he
pre-thinking
didn't
about
really
that.
even
Hey,
tell.
I just thought of something. We're gonna.
It-
Hey,
there was
chugged
no
4 beers. I was like,
discussion.
"Hey, let's set up in the
I
round."
got
was-
5 minutes. I got 5 minutes to work on this.
There was no discussion. He just walked
Dave,
in and
come
he's
here.
like, Dave, we're gonna do it in the round. And we all looked at each other like, what?
Dave's like, "Yeah, man, I guess that's cool." And then he realized that wasn't cool.
Yeah, because Dave's like in the control room going, "What the fuck did I agree to?" Because Dave, like, he stays in the control room. He doesn't,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
See, and it's weird because we never listen to his ideas.
See, that's
'Cause
why you don't know what's going on.
Because
Explain
he throws out these ideas, and most people that just
Chris,
throw
get in
out
here.
ideas,
Yeah.
they're just like, okay, and it disappears. But not this guy. He throws them out, but then he just brings them back like months later. Like the acoustic album is another. We're gonna do an acoustic album. All right, cool.
That came out pretty good though.
Months later,
So
See,
that's
that-
one that came out good.
That's a win.
That's a win right
that's
there.
A win.
So I got 2. The
you
comic
got 2.
books. The round, not so much.
So like you're
So I'm
you're still
shooting for one.
you're still at -2. You're at -3. Now you're at -2. You're working
So-
your way towards 0.
That sucks.
But yeah,
sucks.
that's how we operate. John comes up with some weird idea, and
Well, I mean, you know,
months later we do
somebody's got to come up with the ideas first.
No, I'll constantly bring up these ideas. Here's how it really works. I'll constantly bring these ideas up, and they're like, "Oh, whatever, blah blah blah," and they'll start pinching at each other's nipples and shit, and going, "Oh, whatever," not paying attention to what I'm talking about.
pinching at each other's nipples.
Or scooping and bean dipping.
it. We call it bean dipping.
Bean dipping.
Bean dip.
Wow. Well, hey, my titties ain't falling down yet, so my nips are still
I
up
can
like
still
this.
get
So
in
you
there.
can't- yeah, if they're downers, you know, then we get, you know, I gotta start going on a diet. I gotta go vegan for a while. You know what I'm saying?
So
Well, if you do it on a girl, it's a scoop.
I guess
It's a
yeah.
scoop?
See, scoop.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh man, we're gonna get thrown off.
Oh, God.
You didn't see that? Oh,
No, we're good. No, we're good. Good. Don't worry about it. Fucking. So you're like the Harvey Weinstein of the band. Is that what you're trying to say?
So yeah, basically we're waiting for his next crazy idea to
I'm
come
trying to
about.
get
No,
work
wait.
done.
Hey,
Oh, wait till you hear this.
Do you want to roll?
Wait till you forget
in my
this.
comic.
I'm gonna roll my comic. He's gonna. He's gonna get fucking paper served to him. You remember in 2005 over at Hanover's? You flipped that chick's nipple.
I use the word quote unquote scooped.
Scooped.
Let's get it right in court, please.
Oh, right,
Use
correct.
correct terminology.
I'll tell you, man. These days, you can't. I mean, you really can't do shit these days, man. I was thinking,
I know. I can't believe we're getting away with this right now.
hey, put it this way: if I got away with the podcast, the one I did with 333 2 episodes ago, that one. Did you watch any of that?
Yeah, they were,
Holy
y'all were
sh!
all wasted.
Yeah, it was fucking 5 bottles of wine.
Oh my god.
3.5 hours. We're calling anybody that would talk to us. We talked to Tony Park. We called Deanna Wheeler. We talked to Gentry. I think we called Gentry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hammered. And then we,
That's funny.
yeah, it was awesome. And then we were in the living room acting like fools till like I think 1 a.m.
I saw that
listening to their new CD. Yeah, so that was fun.
Hey, let's go listen to ourselves in there in the living room.
Yeah, drank some more. That was the first time I drank like that heavy in like probably a couple 2-3 years. So
Maybe you can jam it on your
yeah.
stereo.
Hey, get up on that mic. Just pull it towards you, whatever.
He said I'm smacking my gum.
That's all right. Who gives a fuck?
Well, just take
I'm
the
not worried
gum
about it.
out.
Yeah,
Don't worry about smacking the gum. I ain't worried about it.
Stick that gum on the bottom.
I'd rather have you smacking gum and people hear you
Under the table.
under the table. Hey, speaking of, were you one of the guys that did that?
What?
I was cleaning. I'm just asking everybody that comes up here as repeats. As repeats.
Why are you pointing me?
Well, you guys. My hand's like this. I'm
You
pointing at
guys!
You guys. I'm gonna go
That's
like
why I
this.
sat on this side of the table.
I'm
That's against
cleaning.
you, assholes.
I'm cleaning the fucking. Cleaning the table like about a month ago. Someone put a big wad of gum right on the corner, like on that side.
At least it wasn't a bugger.
No, man. Somebody.
We
I
haven't
got
been here in 6 or
fucking
7 months, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's been on there for 6 or 7 months.
Somebody else put
And I'm
it in.
fucking scraping it.
I sat here and I sat there, so
too.
it was not me.
I've
Yeah,
only
we
ever
all
sat
did.
right
John sat here.
Bullshit. I always sat right
That was
there.
you, son of a bitch.
I think you sat here the first time.
I don't know.
I don't remember, man.
I
After
didn't-
160 episodes, you kind of
Yeah, you kinda
155 or how many
I'll
it's
have to
been.
admit I did not.
Actually,
stick that
this is episode number 155. Speaking of, so I'll let everybody know. So, anyways, that's it.
Congratulations.
I made it this far. I didn't get thrown off yet.
The internet
Well, not
has
yet.
shut down.
Not yet.
God damn it, I keep hitting this thing.
Yeah. It's all right though. As long as you don't
Watch
knock
out for
all
that
shit
gum.
out. Watch out for that gum. If you need some gum, it's right there. Well, it's my fault because I have a gumball machine right there, and people get big wads of gum, and you know. So what you gonna do?
You know what's funny? When we went to Florida about 10 years ago, and my kid and my nephew were at the dinner table in a restaurant chewing gum, and we were like, "Where'd you get gum?" We're like, "There's free gum under the table. It's free." And we
Get
were like,
outta here.
Are you kidding me? Spit that out.
They're actually at the gum
They were chewing the gum
Oh,
that was
no.
stuck under the. They were 3 and 4
in
years
Florida.
old. Yeah.
Oh man, did you go?
Yeah, that Florida gum, you know. It was
Well, I mean, shit. You know the fuck what's going on in Florida.
I don't even want to.
Oh,
You want to know what's
it's
going on in
like
Florida?
everything's
like Florida?
dying. Like
place
there's a toxic waste spill or something.
Shit,
like
everybody's
that.
dude. There's fucking shit dying everywhere. Everybody's blowing up now. You see, Hawaii's fucking blowing up, and then everything's burning down. And you see that fire they had over at some part of Austin or
I
whatever?
think Hawaii's growing right now.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the boot.
Yeah, but man, I saw a video
Cavender's
of it.
boot? Oh,
The
yeah,
fucking
Yeah.
burning on the-
dude, it looked like hell on earth. It was fucking just like, I mean, it was like just massive flames. I was like,
Like a fucking it looked like a Poison video.
God damn.
See, why didn't we have a camera? We could have shot a video.
It's already on.
Hey,
You can just
that's
put
what I
it
would have
in
done.
video.
You should have brought all the gear out there right before the fireman got there and just fucking play right in front of him.
You're all set up completely right. It's like, oh, we had nothing to do with this. We were just planning on this for no reason.
Yeah,
Free fire, free fire.
I think they were fixing the electrical sign or whatever, and it shorted out.
Is that what the deal was?
Yeah, because it was on.
Man, it
on-
was fucking massive though.
on the news. Yeah, they were replacing the neons or something.
Did they put it out yet? Or?
Yeah. No, it's still going. It's
Well,
like,
who knows,
it's like the
man?
tire fire on The Simpsons. It's just fucking still going.
Dude, it's like, but hey, look at the fires in California. Those things are still fucking raging. It's like
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got fires over here, toxic spills over here.
it's a fucking mess.
Fuck all y'all. I love Florida. I'd move to Florida tomorrow if you could let me.
Because you're an old man.
Hey, I live in Georgetown. I live in what do you call it? The Florida of Texas, Georgetown, or Sun City.
Who calls it that?
I do.
People that live.
The Florida of Texas, Georgetown, Texas,
Bumper sticker.
Sun City. It's like you go to fucking Sun City. It's like being in Florida.
Yeah, there you go.
All the old people.
I do a lot of work out there. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'll tell you what
People
though.
are pretty serious about their golf and
Wine. Wine.
golf carts.
Golf
All right.
and wine.
They got a big swinger community out there too.
Do they?
Hell yeah, they do.
Really?
Oh, it's all right. You can talk about it.
Rachel,
No,
do you
they
need a
do,
microphone?
yeah.
That'd be a scary
Those
swinger
fucking old,
community.
they're fucking old wrinkly balls all
it's
over
like
the place.
it's like Hippie Hollow every day out
Everywhere
there.
you look, there's some kind of wrinkle or fold.
Yeah, because every time I go over to the HEB over, well, I call it the Sun City HEB because it's right on Williams over there. Tell you, they have like the older people carts full of wine, carts. I mean, like probably a case, and I'm like, man, there must be some kind of party action going out there. And someone was telling me that they do have I think it was my next door neighbor actually told me, they have a big swinger community out there. So they got their little swing parties, and
And you're all invited.
you're all invited. Everybody got silent.
I've got nothing. I
I
have
got
no
nothing to
response
add.
to
I'm
that.
kind of
Hey,
shocked.
we should all jump in the car and just go up there one night and just say, hey, go to get here. I'm here for the swinger party. Big John's in the house.
I don't want to disappoint more than one person at a time.
Big John's in the house. Fucking Matthew the Meat. Matthew the Meat is there.
I love he's giving us porn names.
Chris the Cock.
Oh shit.
John Johnson.
Chris's daughter's listening right now. They just texted me.
John
Saying, hey, tell
Johnson.
Grace hi.
John Johnson.
Don't
How about John the Johnson?
don't give John any more merch ideas. That'd be Freebleeder porn. 1999.
Hey, we're going to record a Freebleeder porn. Get ready. Get ready tomorrow. We're filming on Saturday.
It'll be
Grace, you need to get off the podcast.
Yeah, Chris's wife
This is
just
your
texted
father
me and
talking.
said, say hi to Grace. His daughter's
Say hi to
listening.
Grace.
At the perfect
Hi,
moment
Grace.
of
Bye, Grace.
Bye, Grace. Hey, this podcast is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Some nights it is, some nights it's not. Tonight is for a selective audience only.
parental advisory.
Parental advisory. Well, it's what it is.
I'm out of beer.
Got a beer? Uh-oh. Natural light.
Natural light.
sorry.
I'm out of water.
What's so natural about it?
Because there's no alcohol in it. It's just
Really?
water.
and I don't have to.
It's just water?
Yep.
Wow.
I texted Matt
He
earlier. I
loves
said,
them,
"Hey, what
too.
kind of expensive beer can I get?" Because Jonathan wasn't coming. He always bitches that I bring Natty Light to practice. I was
Natty
like,
Light.
"Get some pick a really expensive beer, and we'll all drink expensive beers." And Jonathan will get pissed off because we drank expensive beers when he wasn't around. But Matt said, "Oh, I don't know what he drinks. He changes it too much."
Well, every 5 seconds he's drinking a different beer. Oh, I like
know.
this one. I like this one. I like this one.
Fucking beer. I'm not a big. I never was a big beer drinker. I think the last beer I drank, when I used to buy beer, it's like fucking Michelob Ultra or some shit. That's about all I would buy.
You and Tony Park. That's his beer.
Is that what he drinks?
I like beer, but I've been getting more
like
into
beer.
ciders.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the blood orange cider. Dude, that stuff is amazing. I could drink that stuff all the time. But anyways, that's me.
I like Crown cider.
Crown.
Crown cider.
Whiskey and Coke cider.
Yeah, there you go. That was my drink forever. I mean, I had it down. It was like, get those little small glasses, be half Crown, half Coke, and three ice cubes. That was my drink. That was it. I knew you know what you're getting every single time. So, it's what it is.
I've always been a whiskey neat kind of guy. No ice, as warm as can be.
Oh, I can't do that.
Just give it to me.
No.
Oh, I love
puke.
it. I love it, man. Give me a good Jameson or Makers.
Yeah, we were drinking we were drinking wine up here, of course. But we had a bottle of tequila up here. I think we're doing shots of tequila, and then
No.
and there's another bottle of bourbon. I think up here we're doing shots of bourbon. And so we were like really fucking lit up. So it was pretty crazy.
Tequila is a terrible drink. I
Yeah.
don't see how anybody can
Hey,
drink
so what do you guys got coming up? I mean, so you kind of took a little hiatus,
it.
right?
Man, he's asking the
hell
hardball
knows?
questions now.
We
We got to
last
get
weekend.
into it, man. Gotta fucking.
When's our next show?
Talk about something else, Matt, and I'll look at the calendar real quick.
Well, right now we're we're starting to get into writing new materials because
That's true.
Chris has been complaining we need to put out another album, and he doesn't want to wait another 5 years because then he'll be retired and living in Florida.
Right.
Um,
I'm
5
taking the
years?
studio out there. You
Yeah.
can come.
he always
Whenever
complains
you
because we have a studio, but we never record. So we've been working on some new material, actually. We've got a couple good songs going. They're still in the works, still working out the kinks. So that's kind of what we're doing in between shows right now.
You gonna do like a full length or EP or?
Yeah, we're gonna do a full length again.
Nice.
Chris wants to do a kind of a different kind of recording this time, where it's kind of more cut back, kind of just like I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
2 guitars, a bass, and some drums.
That's never gonna work.
Yeah,
vocal.
we'll see how that goes. Maybe do a little experimenting on this next one. See
Yeah.
how it goes. But as for shows, I know we have one in October.
August 29th is the next show. in
August
Hanover.
29th.
Yeah.
That's coming up soon.
I'm j-
Holy shit, it's 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
What are we gonna
Where's
do?
it at?
Hanover's.
Hanover's.
Good old hangovers.
So do you have the bill put together already, or
I don't. Somebody asked us to play on it. I'm not sure what it is. it says veteran show. It's
Again,
It's a veteran show.
It is. I
Yeah.
think it is that Austin
Or-
Warriors, but I don't
no,
have
not
the
War-
I don't have the
not
details of
Austin.
who all's on it
yeah.
on my phone.
Again, we don't really book our own shows. We just kind of wait for somebody to say, "You guys want to play?"
hey, you guys want to play?
we're
got a show.
very, very lazy. So
Well, hey, at least you admit it.
yeah,
I mean,
There's a lot of people. I'm not lazy. Okay, well,
we're a very lazy band when it comes to booking shows.
maybe you need to find someone to book some shows for you.
Well, that's why we have her here now.
Are you booking shows?
yeah,
Yes?
she's in charge of booking all the shows from now
I
on.
guess I am now.
All the Freebleeder
You
shows.
get the ES
Yeah.
or the.
I don't even know.
I'll add you to the
I
calendar.
can't call them ESM people anymore. I have to call them. What was the name of their new thing?
Listen
Right.
now.
What is it?
Listen now or Runt.
Runt? Is that what it is?
Well, listen now is Dana.
Listen now. Okay, that's Dana.
Yeah, and then the other side of it is Runt, and that's Nola and
It's called Ruint.
Runt.
Ruint.
Like turnt.
RUINT.
Turnt. Runt. Runt.
Runt.
Okay.
Which,
Okay.
she was out the other night taking photos too of everybody, so she got a lot
Nola?
of great shots. Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I took her camera at one point because I was
I
drunk.
saw you take it. I was like, yeah.
I was like, I need that camera. Give me that camera. I want to take some photos.
Yeah, that little spot over there is actually pretty cool. It's I think probably the next couple of years it's actually going to be a cool little area because all those buildings on the corners and everything they're all purchased and people are going to start revamping them.
Yeah.
I had a friend that works at that. I guess it's I don't know what the bar is called across the street.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
big long one there.
Yeah.
She works there, and that's a real nice little place.
Yeah, we went in there. We went down there for some barbecue. I can't remember the barbecue joint's name. But after we got done with the barbecue, we just walked down because we were just kind of seeing what the town was like. Me and my wife and some friends, and we stopped in that bar, and they have like all local
Yeah.
Texas beers on tap, and we sat there for a good couple hours just drinking and just sitting at the picnic tables. It's all air conditioned inside. It was like
Yeah.
105 outside. So
It's funny that strip. I didn't know, but if you guys are big Transformers fans, you know, if you on that corner where that's at,
Yeah.
if you go up to that corner, you look to your left. There's that movie theater.
yeah.
That's the movie theater in the last. Remember the one with Marky Mark?
Oh, really?
That where that movie theater was, that whole thing. That's where they filmed it. They filmed it on that strip right there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either. I had no clue until someone told me that night.
Well, it looks they put it back together well.
Yeah,
It looks pretty good.
it looks pretty good. Yeah, they blow it all up.
Robots aren't destroying it.
Yeah, so it's like, I think it's like right in the beginning of the movie, the
Yeah.
fourth one or the fifth one. It's like one of the recent ones.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, but
I
that's
didn't even know they were filming down there. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's where they did the last Transformers.
So what do you guys?
Yeah, but
looking at?
anyways, so there's the Black Sparrow there, and then right next door is it's called the Drink.
yeah,
So, and I hear that place gets pretty popping like later on in the night.
yeah.
There was an old lady outside smoking cigarettes, and she had this dog when we got out of the car and parked, and the dog just chased us down the street. So we're not real hospitable, but she's like, "Get over here, dog, whatever his name was." We're all just
He chased
walking
you down the
fast,
street.
chased us right around into the alley, and then she finally got him under control. Get over here and get down, lay down.
I love that she's been smoking for like 150 years. The voice you're giving her
That's her voice, yeah.
sounds like my mom.
My lung feels great. Yeah, it was funny because I was down there when I went down there for it was the Metal Fest or something. Oklahoma's played and
Oh, Looney.
yeah, he was up here a
yeah.
few weeks ago. And there's this girl at the Drink, this hot little blonde, and she was out there. I mean, there was nobody in the Drink; it was empty, and she's just standing outside. And so me and my buddy went just to talk to her, and say, kind of hang out. She's smoking a cigarette, and she's just. No, there's fucking like zero action at this bar. She's just fucking standing out, empty street. I mean, it's like it's 5 PM. That place is pretty dead at that time.
Yeah.
She's just out there. I don't know. You go inside the bar, and there's two bartenders. They're just fucking on their phones doing whatever. There was nobody in the bar. I mean, it was empty. And so we were kind of going back and forth between the Rock Fest and that to try to give them a little business or something because no one. I mean, the place was just empty. So we're talking to the girl outside. I'm like, man, what's up with this place? She goes, it doesn't get hopping till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, who the hell comes down? From where? Because it's the hipsters. The hipsters come down here. I'm like, oh, wonderful. Fucking room full of hipsters.
Nice man bun.
Fucking those little Conor McGregor suits and shit,
Oh my god.
Where's this place?
Right next door to where you play.
Yeah. He didn't pay attention.
Oh yeah.
It's all about Pure Tracks.
What's that? What are you looking at?
We are on a new website called Pure Tracks.
Talking to the mic.
Talking to the mic, please.
Pure.
That's the last please you get. from
Please.
now on.
I'm about to hand you this.
No, you got it. You understand it better than I do.
Play our music, we get paid. If you're a musician, put your music on there, you get paid for plays. It's not like the rest of these online music streaming services. You go in there, and then we're actually making.
Yeah, the artists
getting paid.
The artists get
on
like
these songs.
95% of the
total
payout,
amount.
which normally with the other iTunes and all that, you get 5%. It's complete opposite.
It's run
Basically-
through a blockchain is what it is. So it's all open source. Everybody can kind of see what everybody's making. It's an open
So
ledger.
do you buy music or just like the streaming
No,
service?
Just
Listen?
play it.
It's a streaming service. There's
So
no. It doesn't cost anything to sign up for it to stream the music.
So who
for the
pays? Who
user.
pays you?
Magic unicorns.
I wish
don't
Magic.
know.
That's
I
the
wish,
part that Chris
I
understands.
wish
don't
Magic would pay
understand.
me because
Oh,
I'm
well.
not making any money.
Sign up on Pure Track.
I don't know enough about-
They'll stream your podcast.
yeah,
will they really?
They have
Yeah.
video
Yep.
services on this. So everybody that checks it out, you get paid.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
I'll send you the link when we get it.
Basically,
Awesome, man.
It's basically
really
a
good.
blockchain, like a cryptocurrency.
It's like you're mining. It's like you're mining
Um,
bitcoins as far as how the bands get
that we-
things done.
kind of, I guess.
so
I don't know enough to tell you what the details are.
I just
but
gave
I
you
know
a whole
that-
paper
that-
that said all the stuff about it.
So what is it called again?
it's
can't
called
read.
Peer Tracks.
So it's
Peertracks.com.
Peer Track. So it's PEER.
Yes.
Then
One word.
R.
tracks.com, and then you go in there.
You sign up. It
takes like 3 seconds to sign up, and basically, and there's a lot of great music on there. You can go in there and you just start listening to bands for free, and every time you listen to a band, they get paid for your listen. So, it's really cool. It's really interesting. It's something new that we were contacted about to try to get on. So we kind of talked to them a little bit. They told us what it was about, and we signed up, and so far it's working out pretty well for us. So.
Yeah.
So can you say how much you're getting paid per listen or per? You don't know.
No, I have
There's like
$100.
There's like this,
And I have never made
$100.
Hey, I have never made a dime or a penny off of a CD sale online or a song online. That money never comes in, right?
We never get it because
There you go.
they were sending it to my old address. They were sending checks.
we're rich somewhere.
CD
out there.
Baby was sending our $10
used
checks to
Japan.
my old address in South Austin. Apparently, I just found that out recently. So we lost a whole $130. I think was the whole total.
Yeah.
But anyways, in 2 months, it's $100. I mean, $100 is $100.
But that's
But
For
the
basically
concern-
sitting
but
there and
it's-
doing nothing.
I wonder how many listens that was.
We
22,000,
we got about 22,000.
Really?
listens. Yeah.
Wow, that's
As
good.
as the last check.
21 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you promote it or anything, or
We're
do you,
promoting it right this minute.
Well, besides
Look at
this,
us.
We don't really promote anything.
It's
It
still
just started.
It's just barely out of beta, I think, according to our friend Kevin, who's one of the guys that's working. on
wow.
it.
yeah.
So it's just now out of beta. So they're just now getting it started. So we've started sharing it, but we haven't it hadn't got pushed really hard yet.
Yeah.
To other bands.
There's
We just knew one of the guys that was setting it up for us, our friend Kevin.
they're still working out the bugs. There's still a couple bugs that we've been, every time something comes up, we're like, hey, it's doing this, it does this, it does this. So they're still kind of working out the beta system, but you can go on there right now and kind of get on the ground floor and start listening to, it's music from all over the world too. I mean, it's not just
Wow.
the U.S., so you can find some rock band from
I
Russia.
wonder where the money comes from. That's what I'm kind of wondering about.
Unicorns.
Unicorns.
I'm not asking any questions.
Hey, what's a Bitcoin look like in physical form?
Well, it's round and has a B in it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's a?
They actually have coins.
Have you played Super Mario
we
Brothers?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
little
like
gold
that.
coins.
Yep.
The little shamrocks. That kind of shit.
What's it made of?
Gold.
It's made of bits.
Gold, bitch.
So yeah, it's something we're trying out right now.
Sounds good though.
if you're-
Peertracks.com. Check it out, everybody.
If you're a local musician and you're just getting started and you just want somewhere to put your music, it's a great place because, like you said, you get a big portion.
The artist gets paid by songwriting credits. So like on the What About Seth thing, Eric and I, the guys that wrote the original album, we're split at 50-50. These guys would normally get performance rights, but it's just not set up for performance rights. It's only set up for songwriting rights. But on our new Goldie album,
So go listen to Goldie.
yeah. So listen to Goldie for these guys. So on the new Goldie album, we split all the songwriting 4 ways between us three and Jonathan.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So we each get 25% of whatever that percentage per play is, and so these guys have made $100.
About $100, yeah.
And Chris has made more than that, right?
As a band,
don't-
we've made
I
a
don't
couple
know how to look at
thousand.
As a band, it's over 2,000.
Yeah, we made a couple thousand in 2 months.
Well, that's
In 2
good.
months.
I'm
bro.
almost to 1,000.
A lot of it's been that Goldie CD because he's been promoting the heck out of, or not the What About Seth CD because he's been promoting the heck
The
out
What
of
About
that
Seth one was on there a month before the rest of
So
them.
is there an amount of stuff you can put on there?
No, we put our whole entire catalog on there.
Well, shit, I got 155 episodes, so I don't
Yeah.
know what they
Got
do with
video
that.
and audio too.
I'll bet Kevin-
you're a bunch of data, but I don't think there's I don't know.
I don't think
think
there's a
there's a
data
cap on it.
cap. Yeah. But yeah, it'd be a great thing for you to just get on there. Anybody
I'd
that
like to
troll.
check it out, see how it works.
I mean, just sitting back and people listening to your old episodes and you're getting paid for it,
Yeah.
not doing anything. It's great for us. I just go on there every other day and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm up $10.
Hey, check that out.
So
Yeah. It's a good deal. Then they're good people.
peertracks.com.
Peertracks.com.
Find Freebleeder.
Find
The Goldie album.
the Goldie
The
album.
Goldie album.
Don't worry about that other Seth album.
Yeah.
Just worry about the Goldie album.
Screw that.
Bullshit.
What
I
About
got
Seth.
50% on that
No
one.
way.
I got 50%.
Eric's going.
Hey, if you're a cool
about
man,
to text me.
I mean, you're cool with the Goldie album. You just take it and split it 4 ways. That's the way you should do it. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool. You can't do that.
Yeah. Well, no.
No. You're
Like I
asking me to
said,
split money up? What?
Performance rights would be different because these guys all performed on it. So
Oh,
That's why we don't,
performed.
that's why we don't talk about the What About Seth album.
Because nobody
it's the
performed.
best
on-
album we've ever done.
It's the best one.
Goldie.
I like the Goldie album. I really do.
It's all right.
It's all right. You know.
Hopefully the follow up will.
Oh my God, it's
Beat
gonna
it.
be so amazing. You should hear these tracks.
It was it was like when Dongle was doing their new album, the Danger Noodle. That's all I heard. He goes, "You got the first one, right? This one is light years ahead of that one."
I bet you've never heard that before from a band.
He said, "He goes, this one will just destroy that old one." I'm like, I said, "It's gonna be better than Midday Hand Job." He goes, "You won't believe how fucking great this album is."
They got Midnight
Danger
Clam Job or
Noodle.
something now. It's Midnight Clam Jam is the new one.
Yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear their idea? So we're coming. I know you heard this idea. I'm gonna put it out there. It's not gonna happen, but I mean, I'll put it out there.
It might. John's in the room.
No.
6 months, I'll surprise you.
Is it the vending machines?
No.
That's our idea.
Oh shit! Remember that? That's the vending machines. That's right. Totally forgot
I'm
about
sorry, I
that.
didn't mean. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then we went straight into stealing vending machines.
Remember that? That happened on the first podcast, right? The vending machines.
yeah.
No, so we're over at Come and Take It Live for Skunk Fest, and we're hanging outside. And I think it was Derek and Robert. I think Vic was Vic out there.
Not that time.
I don't think Vic was out. So, anyways, they start talking. And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "It's kind of crazy that Derek is a great bass player." And I said, "Vic is a great drummer." And then, I said, he goes, "Yeah." And then what the hell was that? Fucking Tinkerbell in the room?
Gotta disappear now.
I gotta disappear. Hey, could you do me a favor? Grab me a couple pieces of pizza.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Holy
Pepperoni or cheese?
Cheese would be good.
Are these really Totino's pizzas?
No, these are Domino's.
Oh, Domino's.
Domino's pizza. I told her she could come up. She brought Domino's, or she brought pizza. It was a joke, and she brought pizza.
I was hoping she's going to bring Totino's. You'd hear, well, I guess you can't tell your story, can you?
I can't tell that. That's
disclose.
not until the copyright is set in.
The Totino's,
Oh, just
those
I gotta-
99-cent pizzas, those
Dude,
damn things.
I
I used
got
to live off of
I
those
got a
fucking things.
brilliant. Me and Palmer were driving to practice, and we came up with a brilliant idea on Tostino's Pizza and how we could become millionaires. But we got to get them on board, and we got to get some kind of copyright. So
Fucking Ben and Jerry's. chunks.
look at the fire in his eyes when he
Dude,
talks about
right.
it.
You should
know
talk
it's
to
gonna be amazing.
Totino's
Look,
about that copyright because I think they have that copyright at present.
Thank you so much.
You might, yeah.
You mean yours are weird?
That's funny.
all right, so go on, come and take it live.
Oh, so come and take a look. So Derek's bright idea is, hey, you know what we could do? I know I'm not telling this part of the story right, but it was like, Derek's like, I'll play bass, right? What was Vic gonna do? Vic had something he was gonna do, play guitar or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Vic
and then
plays
I was
everything.
gonna play drums. You could be our new drummer. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I said, ain't gonna happen. Not because I don't like those guys. I just don't have the time to, put a band together like that. So, Midnight Clam Jam and
Would you just put it on silent?
I will.
Is that your jingle bell?
It doesn't usually
God.
go off. There's people on my porch, so porch people.
What?
So you got some Porchies over there?
It's a doorbell that rings. It tells me when somebody's on a porch.
Oh.
So before they even knock, I know they're
Okay,
there,
'cause I
and
was a little
can talk to
confused.
them if I want to.
I thought he meant
You
the
got
back
video
porch.
too?
I thought it was
There's
the back
always somebody
porch.
drinking on your back
how
porch.
fucked up
Yeah.
is that, man?
We're always there.
You could be like, you could be like in fucking Tijuana or some shit. Hey, there's fucking some guy at the door.
What do you want, asshole?
What do you want, you motherfucker? I need to get one of those, man. There's lots of sketchy people live around here.
Yeah, I want to put one on my back porch too.
Might as well,
Then,
man.
yeah, because then I catch all the
Then you catch all the bullshit
antics
that
that
happens.
happens on my back porch.
Oh shit,
No, you don't need one
There's
of those.
chicanery going on back there.
chicanery.
Your phone would be going off all the time.
I know, I'm just kidding. I thought about that too. I was like,
You
I
would
don't
turn
wanna
that
hear
thing off
that
after
shit.
5 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
You got a hot tub back there?
I wish.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
It's hot, but there's no tub.
It's hot. There ain't no tub.
I told him to put an air conditioner in.
Outside?
Yeah, it's just freaking hot on that porch.
Just mount it in the window. Let it blow outside.
Just reverse it.
Just
Yeah. Come on around. It's my backyard. It's fucking AC. Gotta stay right in front of it, though.
staple some plastic, make an interior.
That's fucking funny.
So
Oh, man.
It's a good idea, Matt.
Hey,
I have them sometimes.
I'll tell
Now
you.
tell us about the Totino's
No.
idea.
What's up with the Totino?
Come on, nobody's gonna steal it. I promise. I want to hear the idea
guarantee
again
it's
because I
probably-
remember it being really good.
I guarantee it's probably already been done.
No, it's so
Probably
good.
already been done. So
No,
think
no,
you're-
this
I
has
think
not
you're
been
trolling
done.
him.
Come on, let's hear it.
All right. So me and Palmer would drive. Anytime that me
Somebody's
and
gonna steal it.
good luck.
Stop.
Anytime that me and Palmer drive to band practice, because when we drive to band practice, we have like an hour to hour and a half drive because they live up north, we live down south. So we always come up with these, I don't want to say stupid ideas, but some people would say that. So we had this idea for Totino's Pizza, okay? Everybody loves Totino's Pizza. And why do they love Totino's Pizza? It's the flaky crust and that stupid sauce.
it's 99 cents.
Because it costs
So
$1.
good.
But it's the taste.
So good.
Everybody knows the taste. So we had an idea that what if we opened up in college towns, like, you know, like on the Drag or in Guadalupe and stuff? What if somebody opened up a Totino's Pizza shop? So you had Totino's Pizza, but not the normal ones, but a giant one, and have them pre-cooked, or you can take them home and cook them if you want, depending on how you order. But for $10, people come and get a giant Totino's Pizza and take it back to the dorm room.
Look how his eyes are lighting up.
I told you how excited he was about it.
Can you imagine being blitzed out of your mind? You're like, let's go to the Totino's Pizza place. In a
Open
college
24/7. Like
Dude.
Yeah,
Walmart.
no shit. It's 4:30 in
But
the
then-
morning. Where else can you go?
But then we had another idea too. You know how when you cook a Totino's Pizza and you're the only one eating it, a lot of times you just fold it like a taco.
Yeah.
Guess not. I'm a fat guy. That's what I do. You fold it like a taco. But we had the idea of what if we took Totino's pizzas, but we get a smaller version, fold it like a taco, and then deep fry it and sell those as well.
A Totaco.
Like health food.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's gonna fly. The first one's good though.
See, he's on board.
Oh, you got a stamp of approval.
Yeah, but no, but you have to get Totino's involved. I mean,
I-
it's just like, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna sue the
Yeah.
shit out of you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we talk to
You're gonna need a
Totino's,
new name, like tastes like
no,
poverty.
we just you
or
contact
some shit like
you,
you know something
Tastes like poverty.
to get the people in. You know, they come in.
Hey, that's a good name for a podcast. Tastes like poverty
Tastes
podcast.
like cheap. But no, you contact the company, you get the licensing for the product, they send you the crust and the sauce, and then people can come in. You can do it where people put whatever toppings they want on
Tastes
it.
like poverty.
I'll send you the sauce and the crust.
But they only have a couple different flavors though, right?
But that's the beauty of what
Yeah,
we were
there's the
thinking
pepperoni
of.
and the other one.
No, they have
Is it
tons of
the
flavor.
green, no, the green pepper and onion
But
rice you get all the time.
but we get the crust and the sauce from them. But we have like we have gourmet like toppings, like kind of like
That's gonna ruin the crust though.
no.
No, local grown cheese.
No,
You know.
and so people can
That's gonna
put
fuck with it. That's gonna fuck with it.
like Mondo's. You can put whatever toppings you want on it, and
Right.
and we don't have like a store you walk into. It's like a window. Like I ordered my pizza, and we give you your pizza, and you walk away. That's it. No muss, no
Frisbee that
fuss.
motherfucker out.
Yeah,
That pizza.
but wouldn't that when you're in college, wouldn't that be the greatest thing in the world? You could just walk down the steps from your dorm, go over and get a freaking gigantic Totino's pizza for
Yeah.
like $5 or $6, and then take it back to the room.
Which is like a truck.
How
Yeah.
do you make any profit after you've paid somebody to make the pizzas and the? Oh, never mind.
Am I working? I'm not working out the business logistics right now. I haven't put together the
gonna- just a
plan.
fucking
Give them
idea.
It's
away.
just a fucking idea
You're gonna have
right
to sell
now.
these for more than $5. I can tell you.
$10.
already.
I'm sure somebody would pay $10 for it. See, look,
Sure,
this guy
people
would.
pay $10 for pizzas all the time.
Well, shit. I mean, you go to the store, they're like $1.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
good
I mean-
pizza.
Those Totino's are like good pizza.
Those,
I'm not paying $10 for shit pizza. I'm gonna go to the grocery store.
Oh, there's a
and buy
topping.
40 shit pizzas and stack them in my freezer. So I have
That's
them
not gonna
for,
go to your best
Totino's
sellers.
99 cents a pop, man.
for hungry nights. I'm sorry, Matt.
but
I love you.
but the
this idea
but
Maybe
the-
call it something
but
different.
the
than-
position
not
but the
investing.
positioning of the business would be in a college town, like close to dorm rooms and stuff like that. That way, kids that don't have like ovens or me, I used to microwave mine, back in the day.
Oh, dude, really?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
Soggy.
you
gotta-
sometimes you got to do
You
it, but
gotta
it's
put those
soggy.
in
as
the
Sometimes
fuck.
you got to do it. Sometimes you got to
I'm
do it.
out.
That's-
I'm out. I'm
No,
not
microwave-
investing in this
Dude,
one.
microwave
at all.
pizza, that's fucking the ghetto.
But that's the
ghetto
thing.
shit.
If you live in a dorm room, you don't have access to those kind of things. So
Yeah.
walking half a block to go get a giant pre-cooked Totino's pizza, it's a freaking brilliant idea, man.
Yeah, how the fuck microwave a pizza?
Yeah, dude.
That's the one you
Oh.
fold over. The soggy one you have to
microwave.
fold
Oh
over.
man, no way.
Dude,
Some of the
just a
best
squishy-
Totino's pizzas I ever had was they used to come in the boxes. They don't come in the boxes now.
oh
but-
yeah, with the little metal like round thing on it. You kind of cook it like.
Well, no, it was just a cardboard box. And back in the day,
yeah.
Rip it open.
being poor that I was, I would take it out of the box, flatten the box, fold up the corners, put the pizza on the box, and put the box and the pizza in the microwave. And then I would use the pizza.
Comes out like a roll of wet toilet
You
paper.
look,
and then I'd take the box out.
Oh, sorry, you're still eating pizza.
and,
Here, you want to just throw that away?
No. Those pizzas used to come with, if you opened up the box, on the inside was a microwave plate, a little silver
little-
plate.
No,
Yes.
the Totino's ones.
Yes.
No, those
I
little.
think it did.
I see those little bagel ones like that, but you know,
I've never
They
seen
had
it.
them on the,
the little pizza.
They had them in the
personal
Totino's.
ones.
I've
things.
never seen the cardboard microwave thing.
You
Dude,
gotta-
I
you
used
gotta
to
rip it open.
I used to take it out. I used to open it, stick it on a cardboard box, and stick it back in the microwave for 3 minutes. Done. Pull it out. The cardboard is my plate, and I'm now eating the pizza.
3 minutes,
Dude, when you
Now
work
there's your restaurant idea.
when you work in a place like Walmart
like
and
that
you don't have a
on the
lot
wall.
of time to fucking eat, that's the quickest thing to do, man.
Yeah, hopefully they don't ever find this video when they're talking about your business. Well, this is how I came up with it. Just put it in there for 3 minutes, just roll it up and eat it.
No, that's a great idea.
know,
They'd be
it'd be
like,
funny.
that's a great idea. How can we make it crispy in the microwave?
you know, be funny.
Tips from Matthew.
I'll be like
Coleman.
up at like near Sun City, and there'll be like a Totino's fucking Totino's takeout grand opening.
Somebody's got my idea.
Be Jonathan in there slinging pizzas at people.
See? They're gonna
Well, it's
still,
better than that guy. Better than that guy up at Georgetown dropped his nutsack in the pizza. You hear about that?
What?
Oh,
No.
you get a 3rd-degree burn.
You hear
doing
about that?
shit.
No. Before or after the oven?
You don't want
You
it
hear
in
about
there.
that story?
Before or after the oven?
Well, no. Let me
Well, it
tell you.
matters because there's hot cheese on a nutsack. That's
Let
what
me
matters.
tell you. Let me tell you the story. It happened at
Very important.
That'll
Papa
ruin your day.
Murphy's. Papa Murphy's are those pre-made pizzas where they make them for you, and then you take them home and cook them.
Yeah.
Right.
The one in Georgetown, it made national news. Like,
That's like a year ago.
yeah, a year or two ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear this. No.
Yeah, so what the deal was, some kid, 18-year-old kid, was working there. I don't know what night of the week it was, and he was getting ready to pack up for the night, and somebody called in a last-minute order, and I guess he was pissed off that he didn't fucking want to make this pizza. He wanted to get the hell up out of there. And so the guy was walking in to get his pizza. The guy, so when you walk in there, there's you walk in there, there's like,
You can see everything.
you can see everything.
Yeah.
And at the very end, right next to the door is like where you pick the pizza. This dude's got his fucking nutsack rubbing it on the fucking pizza. And the guy goes, "Are you rubbing your nutsack in my pizza?"
Yeah, I'm rubbing my nutsack on your pizza.
He was fucking teabagging the pizza, right?
No.
Yeah. So anyways, I don't know what he was basically, what are you doing or whatever, he got caught red-handed. So they caught
There's a joke,
red
there's a
ball.
joke there.
I don't know if it's red-handed, but
red balled.
Could call it ball-handed.
So, of course they called the manager. They had him arrested.
yeah.
And it was, food intemperament or whatever. I don't know what the thing is for. And he got charged. I think, from what I heard later on, that he got like probation or something. Or well, let me tell you something. So
you stick your nuts in my pizza, you're going to get a lot more than probation.
Can you imagine being in
got a
prison and
baseball
you're
bat.
telling your prison stories? What are you in for? I put my balls on a pizza.
yeah, so we were making a joke. He was making the ball sack marinara or whatever. So
stir it with
anyways,
something.
so the weird thing about it was people I work with are going, man, that fucking dude, that place is done. It's fucking done. No one's gonna want to eat there anymore. I said, you know what? Here's the deal. You have to understand. You got kids working at any kind of restaurant.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
It
It's a
is.
fucking horror show, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you don't trust me. Every single place you go to has food. People are fucking with it, no matter where you're going.
That's not true.
Exactly.
That's not true. I've worked in a lot of
Not at
food
Totino's.
places, and there was nobody in there fucking with food at any place I ever worked with. Even if somebody pissed you off, you didn't spit in the food because it's just fucking nasty.
It's
Well,
nasty.
it's-
Yes.
Everybody eats out, and
Well,
and
the other thing
so
is
if I had seen somebody do that, I'd probably punch them in their head.
That's why when I go out to restaurants, I never send it back. If the shit's like,
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
send, I
if
don't
it's a
send
steak and
anything
it's frozen,
back,
I'll
but
fucking eat.
they could send me the complete wrong order. I'm like, yeah, that looks good. I'll eat that. Sure.
delicious. Yes,
Well,
thank you.
I had a buddy.
I'm allergic to this, but that's good. Probably gonna die.
I had a buddy that worked over. I won't mention the name, but it was an upper class kind of restaurant. Well, say middle class. Very popular. Anyways, he was telling me about people sent shit back what they would do. I was like, oh my god. So some lady sent like a steak back one time. So they they cooked it a little bit where it was raw or something, or not raw, but it wasn't to her liking. So they cooked it a little bit more, sent it back. She sent it back again. So the dude was pissed. He took it, threw it in the dishwater. Then he took it.
Get a little marinade.
Then he took it, threw it on the ground, stamped on it a little bit, and then he put it back on the grill and cooked it some more. And he goes, you know what? He goes, yeah, because the lady fucking ate it, didn't complain.
Oh, my God.
It's shit you just don't fucking know. I mean, it's just, kids, especially when you have teenage kids.
Dude.
They're making minimum wage. They don't give a fuck. I mean, they're trying to impress their friends. They don't give a shit.
Back home, man, there was me and Palmer. We know each other from when we were kids or whatever. And we actually worked in the same fast food restaurant or whatever. Gringo. And we've had this conversation before.
Say the name
I mean,
of the place.
literally one night.
What was it called?
It was called
I
Bingo.
said they were gringos.
Bingo,
Two white guys working in a.
B-I-N-G-O-B-I-N-G.
And literally, they left me, him, another one of our best friends, and another one of our best, all in charge of this restaurant. We basically all looked around going, are they stupid as fuck? Because they left us all in charge. I mean, we were doing stupid shit. We took one guy and we wrapped him up in cellophane and threw him in the freezer and locked him in the freezer. We shut down the store for like 20 minutes, walked up to the gas station, got some smokes, came back, throwing sour cream everywhere. It was a Mexican restaurant or whatever, but dude, we were
called Bingos.
Yeah,
That's a weird name for a Mexican restaurant.
But dude, I mean,
Bingo.
it was literally the
who's
same
Bingo?
thing. We all looked at each other. Who leaves an entire restaurant alone to a bunch of teenage kids and expects it to run
me.
correct? So, but yeah,
Bingos.
Bingos.
Johnny Bingo.
A Mexican restaurant called Bingos.
I'm just gonna take a hard pass just right
That's-
past that one.
I don't, maybe that's the Chihuahua's name. Bingo.
That sounds like a fun place to me. I'd go.
To Bingos.
Try it once.
Where was this?
I can guess it's
Bingos.
back in Missouri. So
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I wonder why.
yeah. So
You're kind of stuck with whatever you get in these small towns. I mean, what's there? That's what we're eating.
I can wrap a burrito like nobody's business though. So, but yeah, kids running restaurants is stupid.
Yeah.
But you got to realize, pay someone, minimum wage. That's what they're gonna do. And kids these days don't give a shit about anything. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like my wife, she's like, "Oh, there's a hair in my food." I'm like, "Fuck, pull it
My
out."
sister's like-
I've seen worse.
my sister's like that.
Stick it under the
Oh
table.
god, horrible.
Yeah, I'm just like, nah, okay. She's like, I don't know whose hair that is.
I don't care if they serve me a steak and there's a bunch of potatoes and there's a half a dick sitting in it. I'll still eat it.
I thought he was gonna say like a Band-Aid or something.
Hey,
He goes
Not a
straight
full
to
dick, but a half a dick.
Straight to
Half
the
a
penis.
severed, right? Say severed dick. I'm not sending it back. I'll eat that dick and make believe I love it because seriously, I'm not taking it back.
Note that time on the
I'll put the dick in the corner of the plate, but I won't. I
You know
wouldn't
what I
eat
mean?
it.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say
Eat
anything
that
about
dick
it though.
and say I loved it. Let me write
not-
down the time on that.
That was a little well done.
I'm not gonna say anything,
I
man.
mean the opening,
Yeah,
the
I'm not-
opening line on the new Freebleeder CD.
it's the
I'll
d-
eat that dick.
It's
and
the dumbest
butt.
thing in the world to me if you send your food back.
Oh, it's
'cause,
the
yeah,
worst, man.
So
I was over at another restaurant in town. I'm not gonna mention the name, but I ordered a
Oh,
place.
come on, spill it.
No,
Don't be
no,
fucking with
Totino's?
everybody like that. I'm just kidding.
Bingos.
no, it wasn't Bingos. But anyways, I got this plate of nachos, right? And it was I don't know, fucking pork nachos. So the top was like put cheese, right? But the cheese was frozen. It was like a bag of fucking frozen cheese they just put on the top of it. It wasn't even fucking warm. It was all frozen. It was glistening white. And I'm like going, so
it had crystals on it.
yeah, it did. My friend goes, is that fucking frozen? I'm like, yeah. He goes, hey, send it back. I'm like, nope. I'm just going to take that cheese off the top. I am not going to fucking send it back.
You're just sitting there blowing on it. Melt.
I put that cheese on the side. I said, fuck that. I'll eat the rest of it. The rest of it, man. But never take food back, man. Just never do it. So.
Anybody that's ever worked in the food industry knows that you don't send that shit back.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I got to mention
People
something.
should know that they don't fuck with food when they're working in the food.
hey man, you
industry.
got a bunch of stupid people
You
like
should
a
know
guy.
that they absolutely do.
Like
No,
a
I'm
guy.
saying you shouldn't.
But
fuck
you
with the
shouldn't.
food.
Well, nowadays there's a camera everywhere, so you
Good.
definitely shouldn't.
Good.
like ball sack boy, but
Ball sack boy. You always get those people. You ever see them like though?
That's Papa Ballsack.
That's Papa ball sack to you.
how does Papa John get kicked out of Papa John's?
How does that happen?
I don't
How
know.
does Papa John's get kicked out of Papa John's? I
Yeah,
don't
they
even know
kicked him out of his office. You can't come into your.
That's man. It's like, hey man, I
You see the
started it.
sign outside of
I
the
bet-
I am Papa John.
That's
motherfucker.
I bet that motherfucker's all broke up with his $800 million.
Is that what he got?
Sitting in the bank.
Oh, you know he got
Yeah.
some kind of severance.
Did he get
worth
$800
$800.
package.
He's worth $800 million.
But that's with the company though.
Whatever he owns.
Well, I'm sure they gave him
If
a
he owns
separation
stock in
package
the
of like
company, it's
50
worth-
million stock, whatever.
It's the Freebleeder legal team over
Look,
there.
he's rich. he's richer than I am.
You
Right
just
now.
go take that money and go enjoy your life. Do whatever the fuck you want.
You can say whatever shit you
I
want.
don't want to sit in the office and make decisions. Oh, fuck that. I'm
But
going
he-
partying.
He's probably
I'm partying.
I'm going to Florida.
he's probably I'm going to Florida.
Definitely never going to
going to Florida
Jamaica
with Chris.
again.
Oh yeah, that was a bad experience. for
Jamaica
you.
was the worst place I've ever been in my entire life.
Really?
Yes. I got sick the moment I got to the resort. Like blowing mud sick. Like if I drank water, I got
Shit through a
diarrhea.
keyhole at 50
if
paces.
if I ate a potato chip, I got diarrhea. And it was and so much gas. Poor Holly was on vacation and
That's
she
the
was
worst, getting sick
having
on
to
vacation.
stay with me for the whole 3 nights that we were there. I was dying, like blowing mud and just eating
What was the cause of it? You don't know?
He drank the water.
fucking something nasty in their water. I
Oh,
didn't
you
drink
drank the
their
water?
water
Yeah.
at the resort. I had one margarita out of a machine, and it was by the pool. And I
Get
guarantee
a
that's
margarita
where it
out of a
came from.
machine.
Or it might have been a pina colada.
You know where that ice comes from?
Look, man, that's why you drink whiskey. There's nothing in whiskey.
You're right. I
Well,
regret
first of all, you
that.
bought a margarita out of a machine. That should fucking
I
tell you
didn't
something
buy
right there.
shit. It was at the pool, and you just pour that shit yourself. And I was like, look at that pina colonics. And I fucking pour that shit in.
It was a
and I
colonic,
ate
all
it.
right.
Some crazy guys.
It was a.
It was a
And-
fucking
and I was
colonic there,
sick
son.
From the second I drank that drink, really, I mean, an hour later, till the minute I got on the plane to leave. Thank God, because when I left, I was expecting to be in that bathroom.
Probably
on
nothing
the
left.
plane.
You've had nothing left to
I
give.
was destroying the.
He's all
bathroom.
sunken.
Oh my God! I thought I was gonna die.
fucking
I probably lost
dehydrated.
20 pounds in 3 days. I mean,
You found it.
Is
Not
that
really,
the weight loss tip?
yes. Go to Jamaica for the Jamaica.
Yeah, make sure you
weight
get the
loss
margarita
retreat.
out of the machine. That's how you want to start your day.
I'll tell you exactly
Where's that
where to
damn
go.
machine? I need
The
a
Jamaica
margarita.
diet, number 1. Go drink the
Jamaica
margarita out of
diet.
it. Then just wait.
But I did go ziplining and
Oh,
and I went and rode
splatter.
fucking jet skis in the ocean and shit.
just
and
splattering
No, I
everything?
did everything.
you wear a
I never
diaper?
shit my pants.
Any place
You
you,
wear
can
a
let it
diaper?
fly.
Never shit my pants the whole time I was. Did
you wear a
we
diaper,
did
though?
everything. No,
Should I congratulate you?
you probably should.
I'm gonna start wearing diapers at work.
You'll never have to get up.
I'm
You
really
just sit
thinking
there all
about.
day.
No, I walk around pretty much all day, so I just
Oh.
fuck, you know.
What's that smell?
Yeah, I fucking practice when I get older. It's fucking just take a. I just shit my pants.
God, I hope I'm dead before then.
I know a bunch of teachers, and,
shit my
they're-
pants.
and they've told me stories about kids that would just in first and second grade that are just sitting there, and people are like, something smells in here, and they're like looking at
All the other
the
kids are like-
usual suspect, and
Little Johnny shit his
he'll
pants.
stand up, and a turd will fall out of his pants and be on the freaking ground.
You shake his leg for a minute, it'll just pop right out.
Honestly.
Dude,
How does
no.
a turd just come
In
out of
the
his
past
pants?
5 years, somebody that did that regularly.
I have a story.
No, he
I
was
just want to
doing
know how
it
a,
on
I
purpose.
just want to know how a turd comes out of somebody's pants and just falls in the.
He took a shit in his pants.
I
He
know,
but
shook
you
it out.
gotta- You got to get up and shake that
You
thing
gotta
out.
it came out down the leg.
got boxers on.
Dude,
you ain't
wiggle.
holding no turds.
One time I was working for a company. I can't really say. I don't know if I should say it.
Oh, come
we'll
on.
call it Mall Mart. You know, we'll figure it out from there.
There's always good stories from
Oh my
Walmart.
God.
It was a Target. Oh, it was a Target.
It was a
people.
Target.
I mean,
So,
Walmart.
and we all know
Target.
the people that work. We all know the people that go into Mall Mart. Dude, one night it was right before me and it was right before I was getting ready to leave or whatever. And we were going down, and me and a buddy were going down the one of the grocery aisles. And there's just this big old lady wearing spandex pants walking down the grocery aisle or whatever. And she just do. And all of a sudden, me and my friend were looking at her, and we were looking at her from the back, and all of a sudden we just see this brown line go. And it just like literally just covered the back of her leg, and she just shook her leg and kept on walking. And I was like, dude, we gotta clock out before somebody tells us to clean that up.
A little puddle trail.
Yeah, dude.
all the way
Oh,
to
it was
the
just
cash
like
register.
it just, and she was wearing pink tights, pink spandex tights. It was just like, bleep.
God, there was no cell phone
No,
back in that day,
dude, you
was
couldn't
there?
record.
Like
She
a
just,
chocolate-covered strawberry.
she just shook that leg and she just kept on walking.
Lamb's
She
candy.
was probably at your Totino's store an
Lamb's
hour
candy.
before that.
You've never seen.
It's that pink marshmallow.
You've never
candy.
seen crazy people till you work at Walmart, man. There are some insane. I could spend an entire podcast telling you.
I'm
stories
sure you
about my
probably
mom.
could, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you go to that website. Was it peopleonwalmart.com?
Oh yeah, dude, I love that place. I love that website.
Was there anybody from your store on that?
I never saw anybody from my store, but
Yeah.
all the stores look the same, and you really can't.
Oh yeah.
You know, I didn't recognize anybody. I hadn't worked there
It's a
in
fucking freak show. I'm telling you.
like 20 years, but
I'll tell you the best one was when I had to probably like 10 years ago maybe. I'm thinking it's got to be at least 10 years now. I got a job up in Lubbock. Well, no, it was based out of Lubbock, but I had to go to Lubbock to train for like a month.
oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Love that place.
love that place. But there wasn't really much near where we were staying. So we would go to the Walmart, go pick up our beer or whatever we were drinking, and come back to the hotel rooms. Like I think 4 or 5 of us, like in adjoining rooms and stuff. And we all became friends. I think one guy was from Arizona, one was from California, one was from like Ohio. It was just, so we were like buddies for like a month. Anyways, we go to the Walmart in Lubbock at like 11, 12 o'clock. You want to talk about a freak show? Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
People walking in there in their fucking underwear, fucking negligee, like a fucking sweatpants and a top from Victoria's Secrets. I mean, this is with no shoes on. Fucking one chick had one fucking shoe on and one sock, and she was walking around all fucked up. And
yeah.
it was like, what the fuck, man?
From midnight to like 5 in the morning is when all the mutants come out and just start like walking around
Yeah,
the
but
aisles.
I mean, don't they like say something to him? It's like, hey, man, you don't have fucking shoes on. You can't walk in with no shoes on.
If you're working at Walmart at 4 o'clock in the morning, you don't give a fuck
But
what's going
Do you really want to talk to the crazy people that
Just
walk
get
in?
Yeah.
You just want to do your job and get the
fuck
fuck
out.
out of there.
I remember that it was on a Saturday night. We're just bored because there's nothing to do up there, and
love it?
yeah, I mean it's a little college town, but it's not really much,
Unless you're in college, I guess.
You kids are in college, yeah, and
Buddy
it wasn't
Holly
like
museum. The Buddy Holly Museum.
how many times can you go see that?
Fucking every
5 or
time.
6.
Every time.
That's the only reason to go to Lubbock. No, there's some little party scene right by the college too.
Yeah, there's a little scene over there, but we didn't do that. So, so I remember one night we just like stayed there on it was a Friday or Saturday night. We just fucking just like got a cart, just walked around for like 2 or 3 hours, just watched all these fucking freakazoids. Fucking half of them were drunk, half of them were fucked up. I mean, they're just going there to buy beer or whatever they could get. Holy shit, freaks, man,
Oh yeah, we used
fucking
to
nuts.
working there. Sometimes you had to work like overnight shifts, stocking whatever. But yeah, dude, you'd see some of the craziest. Just like, we once saw a lady sitting there squeezing a rubber ducky for like an hour and a half. I'm not. No, it was a chicken. It was a rubber, and she would squeeze it, and it would go squeak, and she'd go.
I do the same thing with those. I'm
And
like,
she was just like, and she's like, I gotta get one of these. And you're
And in the meantime, she's shitting her pants.
just you're just like, what the F is going on? So yeah, man, and just we would have people that work there, and the employees sometimes are just as bad as the. I don't want to talk bad about anybody that works at Walmart. Man, we had some Walmart. We had some.
I think Looney works at Walmart.
Does it?
Yeah.
I like
this was a different
Looney-
place. It was
This is
Walmart.
No, but I'm
This
saying
is
is,
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
This is
but
Walmart.
some of the people we would work with, man. We had one lady. She was like 45 or 50, super religious. Still lived with her parents. Still got grounded. Yeah. She would tell us
This
about
45 got grounded?
it. Yeah, she was kind of a crazy lady.
Was
but-
she hot?
Yeah.
Was she hot?
No, she was like,
Forget it then. We don't want to
She
hear
was-
about it.
but man, one time one of our coworkers came up to us that we were good friends with, and she's like, "You'll never believe what," I'll call her Linda. Linda said, or Linda was doing, and I was like, "What?" She goes, "Oh, she was in the bathroom, and she was praying in the bathroom, and she thought the bathroom caught on fire, and like a guardian angel came and saved her." And we're like, "What?" And then Linda came in and told us, "A guardian angel just saved me from the bathroom." And we're like, okay, Linda. But like on Sundays, she wouldn't sell beer to people because she was super religious. So people would come up to buy beer, and she's like, "I'm not allowed to sell that to you." And they're like, "Well, it's 1:00. We can buy beer." They're like, "It's against my religion." And so they would have to talk to her because she wouldn't sell beer to people.
What kind of place is that?
Dude, it's just a crazy.
But then they fire her?
No, they kept her.
You couldn't fire her.
I think
'cause she
Yeah, I
was
mean,
looking for-
that's a tough one right there when it's like a religious thing. You know,
Yeah.
because I'll tell you what, you fire someone over a religious thing, you know, the next thing you know, the whole church is up there, the little church
Oh, yeah,
bus,
yeah.
and
Their
they're
little
fucking,
picket
yeah.
fence.
little fucking jumping up and down, and you know, Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord.
Shit, but yeah, we had a bunch of crazy employees like that, and then customers. One time we had somebody shut off the fish tanks, and all the fishes died.
Was that you, Matt?
No, it wasn't me.
Forgot to change the filter for 3 months.
Are you trying to confess to something, Matt?
Do they still have animals? The one over here doesn't have animals.
Well, they had fishes at the one that I had, and one
that's, why
morning,
that's why they don't have fishes anymore. They all died.
and I had a buddy that worked in pets or whatever, and he said the
Fuck
next
them fishes.
morning he came in and somebody shut off all the pumps and all the fishes were floating on the top, and he had to clean the tanks.
So they sent them fishes over to the sushi part of the
Yeah.
store. They made sushi out of them.
Weren't you in charge of the sporting goods with the with
dude.
all the guns
Oh
and
yeah,
shit?
man. I was in
Can you
charge.
imagine this character?
Oh, dude, I was in every hunting season. I would always tell the biggest fibs to see if people would try things. One time, man, I told because everybody thought I knew about hunting when I didn't. I don't know shit about hunting. But man,
I watched Ted Nugent.
I mean, I've been out there a couple times, but I'm not a hunter per se, you know.
Per se.
And I would tell
That's
people.
definitely not something a hunter would say.
I would tell guys that would come in and be like, "Man, I need to, you know, I'm trying to attract some deer or whatever." I go, I told this one guy, I go, "The best way to attract a deer, man, is you go get your wife's used tampon and you hang them in the trees, and the estrogen will drive the deers in."
Look at that accent.
I shit
like
you
that.
not. A week later, that guy came back and he goes, "God damn, dude, your idea was the greatest idea in the world."
He's got a case of tampons under his arm. He's like, I'm going back next weekend.
I only go hunting once a month.
But
And break.
Hey, podcast over. I'm waiting for my daughter to start bleeding. Then I can go twice a month. Podcast is really over.
But yeah, dude, I would tell people some of the stupid
Podcast
shit,
155.
and they would believe me. They'd believe
no
some of
156.
the dumbest shit I would say, and they'd go out and try it. The tampon thing was the only thing I heard worked out, but yeah.
That's the best one. I don't think you've ever told that story.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you saved it.
I'm crying again.
I'm telling you, man, I can literally spend an entire podcast talking about my days at Walmart.
You'd have to bring one Jonathan working there.
that's
with
the
you.
fucking best.
Yeah, Jonathan worked there with me.
Yeah, his stories sound like complete bullshit. And you're like, what?
I'll always look.
Happened just like that. And then Jonathan's like, that's
I'll always-
exactly
I'll
how
always-
that shit happened.
I always
And I'm
look
like,
directly
are
at
you
Jonathan
kidding
and go,
It just
"Is
sounds
he
like
bullshitting?" He's like, "Nope."
Dude, the thing about it is, I couldn't do that because I would be laughing while I was telling the guy to hang up the tampons. I'd be fucking dying. I'd be laughing.
Well, I always went into a character.
He's an actor.
It was I always went into a kind of straight face. I put on a little my drawl because I'm from the country, you know.
Because that's the way
I'd be
Missouri
like,
people talk.
Look, man, I'll tell you what. This is what you got to do. You got to take your wife's tampon, and you got to take them out there and just string them up on the trees. You know, that's, that's how I would talk to them. And they'd be like, "This is a good old boy. I'm gonna buy him a
knows
case.
his shit."
He knows his shit."
God bless you.
I got my
Oh my God.
oh yeah,
Jesus H.
I got my Ruger 30-30 out there the other day, man.
I want to know who's asking the Walmart dude for hunting instructions.
Hey,
And the
You work here. You look qualified.
and the thing is I'm like
You got camo on.
I'm like 20. I'm like
You work at
20
this
years
place?
old. I don't even think I'm 21 yet, and I'm
Yeah.
talking to these like 68-year-old men like I know everything
Well,
about.
they think because you're behind the counter, at the gun thing that you know what you're talking
Which
about.
was the
Never assume
stupidest
that
thing they
bullshit.
could have done to me. I mean, all I did was
God.
sit back there and just cock shotguns at little kids that ran by. Yeah, stop running. You know?
Oh man.
No running in Walmart.
Well, and all Palmer would do,
where we're
because
at.
Palmer worked in pets, all he would do, he wouldn't even work. He would just make laps around Walmart. One day he literally spent the entire day, because the fish tanks were on one side and the dog food was on the other, so his job was to walk back and forth. So he literally spent an entire day making laps around the store, and he'd always pass my counter and be like, 167, and he'd keep walking. 194. just all day. That's what he did.
You have a Fitbit on?
No,
No Fitbit?
This is before Fitbits.
God damn, he could have made a lot of money.
This was just a fucking waste.
But what I'm saying is, I mean, it's not like any kind of, because when I go to Walmart, it looks like there's nobody watching anybody. It's like a free-for-all. They're all standing around.
That's essentially what it is.
Dude, my favorite videos, if you go to YouTube, are those guys, and I think they did it at Target, and they did it at Walmart. They made, this guy started cursing into like a boombox. He's like, fuck, motherfucker, cocksucker, son of a bitch, right? And he put it on a CD, right? Then he goes to the stereo department, and he finds a stereo, right? And it's like cursing for like about a minute and a half. Every cut, pussy. I mean, all this shit, right?
All right.
He goes in. He goes in.
That's pretty good.
He goes. He finds like the stereo department. Gets puts it in the CD player. Presses fucking play. There's like maybe a 10-second, 15-second gap. Right. Cranks it all the way up, and he runs off. Right. Then he's got his phone up here. Motherfucker, cocksucker, and it's like full blast throughout the whole store. Oh my God! Look that up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We always just had people come in that used to work there, or kids that used to work there that used to know how to use the intercom
Oh yeah,
system.
yeah. Oh, I seen those too.
And
yeah.
they'd hide in the corner and be like, "Big dick, suck my cock. Big dick, suck my cock." Just something over. Come to register 2. Big dick, come to register 2. Just weird shit like that, which we always found hilarious. Or like somebody would just go code brown in sporting goods, and that would be like, "Oh, I gotta go take a shit." So somebody come watch sporting goods.
I'm thinking like after hours must be like just like a party up there. I'm telling you.
No.
After hours at Walmart.
There's no after hours at Walmart.
Well, you know what I mean, like because some of them aren't open 24, right?
Oh, after they
24/7?
get off at 8 in the morning.
As far as I know, they're all still open
Let's go to
24
the-
hours.
Really?
Yeah. There's I know of one in Oklahoma that
The smaller towns, I think they're
still
just
closed
like
So
that
did you have
everywhere.
did you have to use work like Black Fridays and stuff?
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck
Those
that
videos
nightmare.
are awesome.
Dude. Again, working in sporting goods, man, we would have pallets of like basketball goals and stuff. We cut that pallet open. I once saw an 80-year-old lady elbow this guy in the face, lift the box with the basketball goal over her head, and run down the aisle. I'm like, holy shit, man! And you
Grandma.
just stand back because it's like a nightmare.
Well, I remember that one they had with the it was like.
She found it.
That's the one, yeah. Motherfucker!
Straight up ran off.
He goes, queef! Queef was one of them.
Oh, we got to do something. We got to.
Oh, man.
Grace, if you're still watching, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You
Definitely
need to
can't
shut
watch
off
this.
the video. Oh god.
Hey, I have to not say announce something, but I have to advertise something. There is a benefit going on for MC Overlord this weekend. Sunday the 5th over at Come and Take It Live. It says, help us celebrate the big guy's birthday with a day of amazing music benefiting our brother MC Overlord from some of the many artists he has worked with over the years. It's going to be a big birthday jam. As you know, that he's in the hospital still over in St. Louis. He's getting better by the day. But anyways, it's $10 to get into this thing, but some great talent on this. Starts at 4 o'clock, but starts off with Ray Prim and Tom Menny, and then the Soap Boxers, Curtis Lee, then Candy and the Motherlode, if you know Candy.
Oh, wow. She's an amazing vocalist,
She is.
right?
Yeah. Bobby Bookout, Michael Dillard Band, and Derek Davis Band, and then Vallejo. And then at the end is going to be MC Overlord tribute with special guests. Anyway, so that's on Sunday, August 5th. They Come and Take It Live. $10 make you holler, and all the money is going to go to MC Overlord to continue his recovery from his emergency medical care. So get out there if you don't have anything to do on Sunday and go check it out and go support our brother. So that's it for that. MC Overlord.
Check it out.
you ever-
Venue's great too.
You ever seen him?
I didn't know he was sick. I used to see him in the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
when I first moved to Austin,
Yeah.
he was rocking out.
Yeah, he
A couple years after I moved here.
about I'm gonna say about a month and a half ago, he his mom died over in she lived in St. Louis. He's from St. Louis, and he went over there, for the the wake and the funeral and do all that stuff. And I guess he had some kind of stomach pains or whatever, so got rushed to the hospital, and he had emergency abdominal surgery. I don't know what the exact part of it was, but he's been there about a month, 5 weeks, I think. So of course, the medical stacking up on him,
Yeah.
and so they already got a couple benefits in the books that they already did for him, and they're going to do this one on Sunday the 5th, which is this weekend. So, and
Go
it's
and check it out.
and it's his birthday too, I think, on the 5th. So,
Okay.
so I guess they're going to be live streaming it to him, I would think, because he's not going to be there.
I like the club. It's close to me too.
Yeah, so go check it out. $10 to get in, man. You got to. It starts at 4, goes till about I'm gonna say midnight. So, anyways. What do you think about that?
I think it's it sounds like a great deal. I really didn't know he was sick either, but I don't.
Now
pay
you do.
attention I do now. I was just reminiscing my Come and Take It, the time we played it, Come and Take It live story.
When you vomited on stage.
Oh no! Did you really?
What happened? Just a little bit.
Oh no!
He literally opened his mouth. He goes, and it just goes.
No, it was one little piece.
It was one little piece of
something.
fucking rice.
It came flying out. I was right next to him, and I was like, out of the corner.
Can
of my
I
eye,
tell
was
my
like, "What the
story?
fuck did you
I never eat before shows because I feel weird if I eat before shows. So
Yeah.
I ate some fucking disgusting payway or something, one of those cheap ass fucking Chinese places. And it was like broccoli it was broccoli, beef, and rice. And so I ate that. We went down to Come and Take It live, and I'm just hanging out, just drinking beers. We get on stage. I was like, still feeling a bit, feeling yucky. And I looked over at Jonathan. It was like during 10 times a day when we're doing our little solo thing. I looked over at Jonathan. And I went, and the Chinese little chunk of rice just went bloop and landed right on my guitar strap.
So you really didn't
so
throw
funny.
up then?
No, it was bigger
almost
than a piece of
puked, yeah.
rice.
Well, it may have been
was a
several
little bit
pieces of rice.
because you see it on the video, and then you see
Oh
him,
yeah, that's
Well,
the best
my
part.
face was like,
and then you see him and Palmer go.
I'll have to find the picture for you. It's hilarious.
Did you freeze phrase it? Freeze phrase it.
Yeah.
Freeze
'cause-
frame it.
Freeze frame.
There you go. Freeze
Yeah,
frame.
because you can see Chris and Jonathan looking and going. With these fucking terrified looks on their face. I'm just got this little.
I was like, if that touches me, I'm throwing up. I guarantee it.
We're all just diving off the stage.
So it was like one little piece of rice that just didn't make it all the way down.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just stuck right there. It came right back out. That's our one time that we played a Come and Take It.
The only one time you played there. That was it. And you threw
We'd
up.
like to make an important, a really good impression.
Yeah.
They've never asked us back.
Weird.
Like, huh. Hey, I know those
Nobody
Freebleeder
saw
guys.
that.
I
This
got threw
guy
up on
just
himself.
Throws up on.
Nobody
stage.
would have even known if there had.
I mean, we're-
I don't
damn
want to clean up
video.
after these guys.
It could have been a lot worse.
That's a cool club over there, though. Good
It is.
Good sound
It really
system.
is.
The stage is massive too.
That used to be Grizzly Hall, right? Is that what?
It's been a lot of things.
Yeah.
It was Antone's for a couple minutes.
Really?
Yeah, that's where they moved
right.
Antone's.
Yeah, it was like for what, a month?
Yeah.
It wasn't even like that long.
John took me to that place when it was a Tejano bar,
Yeah.
like fucking 17 years ago.
I went there too.
No hablo inglés and two fucking
And did you
widows
say,
walk in.
did you say
party
the
in there, though.
interior was still the same too?
No, it was just, no.
Oh, I thought you said it was.
Way
Oh, I thought you said
better
the
now.
interior was
Like,
still the same.
No, it's like 2 million times better inside.
2 million times.
2 million.
Not 1
At
million. but
least.
Find
2
that
million.
raw picture.
Yeah, I went in there one time too when I first moved here, and I kind of walked in and looked around and walked right out. So, yeah,
This is not the place for
Yeah,
me.
it's like,
But
I'm
we,
in the
no, we
wrong
went
house.
in there and watched some Tejano band play. I don't know. I think they just wanted beer or something for cheap, or
yeah.
Back when we were working or playing at the, hanging out at the back room.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because it's right around the
And,
corner. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, so
Yeah, but that place has been a bunch of places. Like, so we talk about it all the time because Come and Take It Live is a pretty big club now, and yeah, it's been a couple, 2, 3, 4 things.
I never knew it was Antone's. I didn't know that's where they moved Antone's because Yeah.
Yeah, it was
'Cause
like, I think like a month or two.
And then the owner was like, "Nah, I'm moving it back downtown." And then
something like that.
Where's
Something
Antone's now?
it's on Fifth
It's on
Street.
Fifth, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like back in that same spot?
No, it's not
No,
on the
it's a
same
different
spot.
spot.
It's in a different.
I haven't
spot.
been to the new location. I used to go to that other one off of Fifth. But
I think it's close to where the old 1-to-1 bar used to be on Fifth Street, because it was 1-to-1 bar, and I think Antone's is like
I
right.
thought 1-to-1 was on
They-
South Lamar.
well, they moved it.
They moved it.
Okay.
Did you never play at the old 1-to-1 on Fifth Street? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I have. Well, never mind.
Well, they're constantly moving them all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Like they don't close them down anymore. They just move them.
Well, I think it's because of the real estate is
Crazy.
It's
Oh,
obnoxious
is that what that
downtown.
is?
See that little? That's a little bit of vomit coming out of my mouth. And look at Jonathan and Chris's face.
Jesus Christ.
Look at Chris's is the best because Chris.
Another
Look
radio
at Chris, he's like-
visual.
He's like, not to fucking lose it.
Unreal.
But yeah, real estate's crazy down there, man. You can't afford that shit.
Well, that's the deal because I think a lot of the clubs, little by little, are getting moved out of forced out of there because they can't afford the rents.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen in 10 years? It's just going to be like fucking condos everywhere on 6th Street? Or-
Probably. Dude, I went down there. We went down to see a friend's band down at Beerland or whatever. And that whole area, like across the street, we used to park at the parking garage across the street from Stubbs, and we'd walk right over that way. I didn't even know where I was at anymore. I was like, where am I? Because like now there's a giant, hotel there, and I didn't know where to park. I kind of got a little like disoriented in my location because it was always, there's a parking garage. I know where I'm at.
I used to love the
And-
parking garage. You know why? The one across from Stubbs?
Yeah.
Because someone like painted in big letters "crack whore" right on the side. Remember that? It said "crack whore," and I used to go take a picture of it every time I would park in there. I'm like, "Hey, crack whore's still here." It was there for years, man.
But even walking down to see our friends at Beerland, I mean, it really wasn't even bumping down there, and it was a Friday night, and I mean, there was people out, but a lot of them were coming from like a techno thing from Stubbs and stuff like that, but there was nobody like really in the bars, and like Sidewinders wasn't even open. It was a Saturday, and I don't even know if the club's still open or not, but
I got a bunch of 20-year-olds at my work that are just learning the business. And
yeah.
You don't even want to know what they're listening to right now.
I don't know. There was just,
They
Yeah,
talk about
it's
it all day.
really-
It's like, oh,
Just
come
gotta
on,
let them
man.
listen to whatever they like.
it was,
Well,
Try this. They're
No,
like,
but you got to realize too. It's like every generation has their stuff. You know what I mean? And I think nowadays, like our stuff from like I'm gonna say myself like late 70s, 80s or whatever. Probably more. I listen to more 70s stuff, but that stuff's gonna last forever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they're still playing it on the radio. The shit that they make now.
mm-mm.
I mean, no offense to all the Kendrick Lamars and all that stuff. I mean, but that stuff's not gonna
Oh,
last.
his shit is tight.
come on now.
I'm a big fan,
I don't think I've ever heard of this.
Be
I've
a
never-
big fan. That's awesome.
never-
Maybe you like him. That's great. But all I'm saying
Well,
is,
I don't even know who that is.
Well, but a lot of things like EDM, everybody's like a lot of
Oh,
young
yeah.
people are into EDM stuff, and it's just like, I guess if you want to just go dancing, but it's not memorable. Like you're not gonna. I don't know the song. Like
You're not
there's
gonna,
no way
you're not
to
gonna remember any of the music. You just
Yeah.
remember going, hey, cool,
Uh-huh.
we danced a
I
lot. I
love
got really
this
sweaty.
break.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's the thing. Like, there's all these great bands that were downtown playing, but there was nobody in the club. But as soon as that EDM show let out, man, there was like 500 people walking past, going back to their cars and stuff like that. It's just like
Walking
Bunch
right
of-
past the live
yeah.
music video.
Why don't
Oh,
you, why don't you
what's
stop in
that
here and
noise?
listen to
Oh,
some music?
anyway.
You know. So I don't know. I think it's weird.
well, I mean, the only like new band that I like was it Greta Van Fleet or something. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
I like that kind of. It's got that Zeppelin vibe to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the band's coming out now. I mean, I don't know, man. I just can't really get into any of the new stuff.
Well, I think there's. I've been getting into a lot of.
I think you have to dig a little
Yeah, you
deeper
gotta-
than what the mainstream is showing up.
Like,
showing you, you know.
I find most of the bands I listen to are on YouTube. I mean, because you go down
Yeah.
that rabbit hole of YouTube videos.
Yeah. Because I've been listening to the bands I've been listening to right now, of course, are Royal Bloods. I find them a very intriguing band. I've been listening to a band called The Regrets, which is kind of an all-girl band.
the Regerts?
The Regrets. The Gerts. And
you
then
can, you can hunt 3 times a month with them.
and then also the Struts. We saw them with the Foo
Oh, yeah.
Fighters. I thought Chris didn't like them, but I thought they were a pretty good band. If you listen to their music, it's actually really good music.
Yeah, I'm kind of burnt
I
out on
can't
Dave
remember
Grohl,
who
man.
they-
He's fucking just burning me out. That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
That's
It kinda
the
gets-
problem, man. He's everywhere. He's like
Yeah.
Jesus. Man, he's fucking everywhere.
Hey, good for. I mean,
Good for him, I know.
Yeah, good
He's
for him.
partying, dude.
Welcome to the Country Music Awards. Dave Grohl.
Hey, it's Dave.
Hey, it's the BET Hip Hop Awards. Dave Grohl.
So,
Yeah, I get it.
but I mean,
I mean,
I can see that. Yeah.
Everybody likes him.
but you know,
hey, we're in Poland, the Polka Festival. Dave Grohl.
Polka, polka, polka. Hey.
Hey.
when I can't find any bands I like, I always, usually turn to local bands. Like
Oh, yeah.
the Citizens Band Radio. Those guys,
Oh, yeah,
they
I know.
blew me away. I picked up
My cousin's in that
their
band.
CD.
Who's your cousin?
Not really. They have the same last name.
I know. I always get
I was
confused
wondering about that.
because he posts on Facebook, and I always think it's John, but it's not. I'm like, oh, it's that guy with the same.
Well,
last name.
Aaron's also.
Matt, do you even
in-
know what my first name is?
No,
Oh, okay.
Fred?
Gerald.
Gerald.
Gerald. No, but Aaron is in. We call it Citizen Band Radio.
Mm-hmm.
He's also in White Label Analog.
Yeah,
He's their bass player. I didn't know that when he came up here,
yeah.
and because I heard a little bit of buzz behind him, Citizen Band Radio, so I asked him to come up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm in White Label Analog." I'm like, "What?" Because I've seen that band 1,000 times with Chris
That's a
Deidre
lot.
and all those guys. That's a lot of times. But yeah, so they were super stoked to get up here, and actually got him a gig. Jim piped in, on video feed or whatever, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, we only played 2 gigs so far. We're going up to play out of state on this date." And Jim's like, "Hey, what are you doing on this date?" And they're like, "Well, we're driving back that day. We could be there." And he goes, "Okay, well, they booked it." So he booked the run on the show. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So gave him another show. But yeah, I seen them a couple of times. I mean, they're really good. They're
Yeah.
really, really good.
And that's the thing. There's a lot of great
oh yeah, a lot
local
of
bands around here that I'm like, I'd rather listen to these guys. Like, who was we played with the other night?
Dongle.
Dongle,
Dongle.
Elixir, and
99 Crimes.
99
Crimes.
Oh my God.
Dude,
Paul
those
Endo.
guys
Fucking
freaking
awesome.
I was looking at them. I was like, have they missed a note? They're not even sweating, and those guys
That's
were
what I
like,
said.
He missed one note, and he heard it, and you heard it, and he looked straight at you, and Holly. And
Yeah, he looked straight at me and was like,
Holly and I both saw him
Dude.
go.
those
But
guys
that
as
dude
musicians, those guys were
shreds.
tight,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
tight as fuck. That guy's drum set
Their
with a
jeans were
28
tight.
inch bass drum, man.
He's got a Chris has not a 28. I think it's like a 26. I think he's got.
Oh, he told me 28 on stage.
He's lying.
That's what he said.
Chris, you're lying.
got
Don't
that
fucking be
squeeze
lying.
in
He's
some
lying.
inches
I got a
of
Tommy Lee
26.
marching snare. Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
get that
those
Ludwig
guys,
kit. Yeah,
they were tight, man.
yeah, they're really good.
So I
awesome.
was.
Well, because
I
they do, Jeff has not Jeff, but
Dominic.
Dominic.
Samuel. I have no idea.
The fuck, I'm forgetting Paul. Duh. Paul, has Jokerville, which is his cover band,
Mhm.
and then he does the 99 Crimes thing too. And then he, of course, he has Dangerous Toys every once in a while too. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's a New York boy. Came down here to play with toys years ago. So,
Yeah, but
but they're gaining traction. Those guys. I mean, they went up and recorded their. I guess they got a 4-song EP.
mhm.
Got a copy of it. And they're out there just fucking gigging, man.
Yeah.
Doing their thing.
But like, yeah, them High Point Dive. I mean, they're starting to put out some really good stuff.
High Point Drive.
Did I say
I
dive?
said dive.
Drive, dive.
Damn.
Dibs on the band name.
Sorry, Dan. Sorry, Dan.
Fry Point
Sorry,
Drive.
Nathan.
Fry Point Hive.
I've been drinking. Sorry. But yeah, there's a lot of good bands out there right now.
You know what the cool thing about it is too? It's like right around now, everybody's putting out new product, man. It's like 333 just dropped their CD. American Gypsy Band just dropped their brand new CD yesterday. I got a copy of it the other night. Not yesterday, but the other night. You guys just came out with your thing. I think Black Heart Saints is going back in here in a little bit.
Yeah.
When they get off the road. There's just so many. I mean, so many bands are just like going in and producing new stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey man, we're going to rely on all the old hits and go out and play. Because new bands got to grind.
That's kind of what we do.
all our hits. We got to go out and play all our hit. All our hit.
I'm playing the same set list for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Don't even write it down. Hey,
I don't have to.
Well, he does, but then we get on stage. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna play this one now." I'm like, "All right,
Okay.
we're back on."
I'm trying to
set."
make sure that you don't pass out.
I'm fine. I was rocking.
I'm good. I'm
good, man. I might be
You
fat,
weren't
but
before
I'm
that guy.
I might be
spry.
I might be fat, but I'm spry.
You were about to die before that boy brought
It
that
was a
fan
hot
on you.
motherfucker in there,
No
man.
shit.
What did that at the Black Sparrow.
Yeah, man. Because I don't know what that. It was just hot. The lights were on us, and then the drummer from 99 Crimes, he's like, "Here's a fan." I'm like,
Thank
"Oh
you.
my god, I love you."
I thanked him like 4 times for saving your life.
Yeah,
Chris is a good guy, man. I like Chris a lot.
I was dying.
I needed a fan. I had.
Hey, Chris is a Florida
There was
boy.
a fan right on you. You were
5
blocking it, so I
pounds.
couldn't get any of it.
No, it was going right past me and hitting you.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't feel it. I swear like a mother.
I just love when they played.
shirt was
They turned on the fans and their
wet.
hair was all flying like a music video.
I'm getting some of those
like-
fucking fans.
I was like,
dude.
"Am I drunk or is this a music video?" Because they're like,
Yeah, they're
like white
their
snake and
harmonies are like
shit.
so perfect. It's like,
My hair. Look at her hair. Oh my god.
fucking rock and roll.
I remember when I had hair like that.
fans. Plug that fan right into my pedal board.
"I don't look like that. I look like this." Too much.
Yeah, so you fucking get older, man, and the fucking that heat's like, man, it's not that much fun anymore.
No.
Back in the old days, you could get away with it. Now you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, when I was younger and 100 pounds lighter.
100 pounds later. Shit. I didn't gain that much. Probably like maybe 25. So I was like, my middle 20s. So. Jesus. I don't know, man. What are you gonna do?
Nothing. Apparently,
Apparently, just
open a Totino's Pizza.
You just see him, he
Restaurant.
looked like fucking Jared Leto when he was a fucking kid.
You know what you could do? You could, hey, if you could do this and have the same taste, you would be a millionaire overnight. Gluten-free Totino's Pizza.
Ah,
If you did
yeah.
if you did gluten-free,
Wait, are there glutens in that?
Are there glutens in this?
What the fuck's a gluten? And why the fuck do we care?
it's sort of like yeast. Sort of like that.
You can douche that out, right?
I don't squeeze it out.
Is that how it works? I don't even know.
I don't know how you get the glutens out of all the.
I don't know how you get glutens out of things.
I don't know, man. You go
It's
over
like
there-
it's like
Massengill.
it's like decaffeinated coffee. I don't understand it. I don't know how it's decaffeinated.
well, it's like when you go see sugar-free ice cream. What the fuck is the point?
Yeah, what would
I
you
want some
rather?
sugar-free ice cream. What? It tastes wonderful.
Yeah. Chalk.
Need some sugar-free ice cream and a cup of
Chalk.
sugar.
Like decaffeinated coffee. There's another one. What? There's no point in that.
Dry humping for Christ.
Dry. What did you say? Dry humping for Christ? Is that what you said? I feel like I'm going to go to hell just for saying that. Dry humping
I'm
for
trying
Christ.
to get a mental image.
I'm
in
trying
my
to
head.
analyze, yeah.
Hey, did you hear, that reminds me. There's this chick in Vegas, and she runs this thing. It's called Hookers for Jesus or something. What the fuck is? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean,
It's this woman. She used to be a prostitute. I'm gonna tell you the story. Then you're not gonna laugh at the end when I tell you who she's married to. But she was
no, not me.
she was an escort call girl in Vegas, right? And high priced, whatever, and she went through all this crazy shit as some hookers and call girls do. And she found the Lord, and she quit hooking, I guess. But she has this organization called Hookers for Jesus. And she's married to the guitar player in Striper, Oz Fox.
There you
True
go.
fucking story. Yeah,
Striper was
yeah,
the original Hookers for Jesus.
yeah,
Wait,
but
so-
she's hooking for Jesus.
Wait, so is she still hooking?
No, she's a retired hooker.
Because to me it sounds like
So she
Sometimes you gotta-
started.
we're
well,
hookers, but we're Christian
It sounds like
hookers.
a George Strait song.
I
or
think-
At
only-
that point, you got to hang up your.
They only do
uterus.
missionary.
Google that. Google Hookers for Jesus.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. So, anyways, but she gave up hooking, I think. So what the deal is? She's like trying to
love
reform
George
all the other hookers
Uh-huh.
to become and just be reborn and stuff. And I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying it's what the organization is. But dry humping for Christ or whatever that was. I don't even know what that was. I don't even get that. I don't even get that. What-
It's so they stay virgins.
Oh, I get it. now.
Yeah, no penetration.
Oh, I get it. Is there?
There's a
Is
whole
it,
website for Hookers for Jesus.
huh?
There's a whole website.
Yeah, it's a blonde chick. I don't know.
It's terrible. It's a terrible name because it literally sounds like they're just hookers that do missionary position, and that's it. It's
I see what you did there.
yeah. See?
That was a good one.
Turn it
That was a good one.
Oh.
They have services. Flufferbell.
Fluffer.
Chris.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be the fluffer bell from now on.
Oh my.
Fluffer. Then some chick comes out of the closet. Who's next?
That'd be
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Could you imagine if we did that, have fluffers in here and then just did that, like underneath the tables or something? I wonder if we could get away with it.
I don't know.
I think we call those hookers.
No, the fluffers is different.
Yeah, that's totally legit.
It's legit.
eventually they're gonna
I can write that off on my taxes. Fluffer. Fluffer. So it's
they're employees.
F-L-F-F-A. Fluffer.
Yeah, you have to have the H on the end.
Fluffer. What is it? What does this say? Fluffer. What is this? Do I have to explain?
It's my service
awesome.
person.
Use your
That's the one that just ties people up and shit too, right? That's your thing. Get on the mic. Give her the mic.
God, I don't know if we want to do this.
Do we do?
All right.
We want some entertainment. Talk about what you do.
Hey man.
Talk about what. Hey,
Everybody ran away.
Rachel's on the horn now. So Rachel's been hanging out with us all night, and so she's gonna speak about her little. Is it your job or?
It's what I do after 5 p.m. pretty much.
So it's not a job. It's like a.
It's what I like doing.
You're gonna love this.
A hobby?
Oh, Matt knows.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I tie people up for fun, and what that entails is like suspension. And am I too close to it?
No, you need
Oh,
to
okay.
get closer. Make believe you're like right on top of that.
Hookers for Jesus.
There you go. Hookers for Jesus.
Right on top
Top of that.
Make believe you're fucking just gonna go for it. You know?
That's their slogan.
This shaking fun.
Just fucking
Shaking it like a baby.
That's
Just
good
kidding.
branding.
shake it like it owes you 2 months back rent. Okay.
Sorry.
Tell us what you do.
So after 5 p.m., I basically...
Oh, we're going to hell.
There's no midgets involved.
with
It's okay.
Why does it got to be midgets?
I don't know.
Okay, go.
So basically, I tie people. They tie me. I suspend people via
I
rope.
didn't know you got tied up.
Oh, yeah.
They tie you up too?
Yeah, I'm on both sides of the knot.
Oh, wow. Both sides of the knot. That sounds like an autobiography title. Both sides of the
Well,
knot.
that may be coming
I thought you were going
soon.
to tie us up for this podcast.
I
thing.
got the rope in the car.
No, we're good. I'm good.
You start with Matt.
I'm good. I don't need that.
What'd you
No,
get
no,
here?
no,
I don't need that in my life.
Matt's a little too cuddly.
Like a big
yeah.
bear.
He's a bear.
He's
That's what my lover calls me, a bear.
So I do suspension work. I do a lot of suspension work, self-suspension, and I suspend others from rope. And I also work in other mediums like saran wrap, duct tapes, electrical tapes, zip ties.
Well,
Hey,
hold on.
Bobby.
And then Matt's
Bobby, you got
face
some
turns
saran-
red.
I love that she declared it as other mediums.
Other
Like we're
mediums.
working in oils and acrylics.
I work in suspension.
I work in suspension.
And the first thing she says is saran wrap.
You got the
Oh,
saran wrap in there, Bobby?
Yeah, I like duct tape.
Do you? Just kidding.
I got,
Um,
some
I'm gonna
saran,
look
I got a
through
little bit of saran wrap, not much.
I got 7 rolls of duct tape in the
None
car.
of this.
I won't even go one way or one time.
I don't have
around.
the Costco size, just the one you get at H-E-B.
hefty bags.
At the Walmart.
At the
At the
I
Walmart.
got a bunch of HEB
No,
bags.
no. I'm not gonna lie. It's like sometimes I go into Walmart and like go to the hardware section, and I stop at that one aisle, and I'm like, Paragard. Well, it's
I'm
rope.
going to hell.
Oh, my God.
All right, Chris is back.
No,
Let's switch to-
so what, so you tie people up with fucking with rope.
Yeah, I work with jute currently.
With what?
Jute.
What's jute?
Jute. It's like hemp. It's another fibrous rope.
Wow,
And
we
so,
got different kinds of rope too. Shit.
Oh yeah. So you can't put jute or hemp in
So we
water.
can smoke you while I tie you up.
Well, but basically with the natural fibers, if you're doing more like water bondage and things like that, I know. Okay, I also work in chains.
Oh
But
my God. This is for real, folks. This ain't fucking no
Yeah.
bullshit.
you don't work with natural fibers inside of water because it restricts. So if you have someone tied up in that and they're in water, you could cause suffocation
Drowning?
underneath the water. Exactly.
Potential death.
Natural death.
Nothing that would not be natural. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. So
Wow. You
I
charge
teach-
money for this?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna have to start doing it because
Yeah, well, you're
I do
traveling and
teach.
stuff too, right?
I teach. I perform. I do private sessions.
Do you have a good clientele base? I mean,
I can't answer that.
well, you can say.
You
if
can say good.
I have a
you can-
decent. I have.
You don't have to name names.
yeah,
or
we're not
anything.
naming names here. Just
So-
if you have a good clientele base or not.
I do. I have a steady.
Okay.
So people I work with pretty regularly
Matthew.
and things
Oh.
like that.
come on Tuesday nights.
Matthew.
He really
Matthew Coleman.
But yeah, that's just kind of the weird shit I do. So
Wow.
Hey, man.
If it makes you happy, it makes me happy. You know what I'm
heck
saying?
yeah.
One life to live. Might
Fucking
as
tie
well.
him up.
Might
Hey,
as
did you
well
let, so
smile.
did you let him loose afterwards, or what? How did you just leave him there like that, or what? How'd it work?
They're still sitting in the river because you don't put natural fibers in water.
Hey, don't worry. That's just gonna dissolve in about 3 days.
It's
I'm
gonna
out.
be all right. What you can't hide with lie. I'm just kidding. But no. It's completely consensual based. There's a
You
conversation.
have to make him sign
beforehand.
anything, or
No, because that's actually not legally binding in law. But
get it binding? Get it?
Thank you for getting that. But no, it's what I do for artistic. Some people go to the opposite end of that, to where they're very, very sexually into it. I don't venture that far into it, so mine's more.
You're
about-
missing out. You're missing out.
Well, I can show you some things, Bobby. You can take back.
I'm not into getting tied up and shit. It's not my
Yeah.
thing,
Well,
man. You know.
that's what I was going to ask. You say on one end people are sexually into it, but what's the other end then? Is it just
I like the artistic aspect of it. I like collaboration. I like communication with people. I like getting out what's in here and getting it out somewhere.
okay?
And so working with somebody else's energy and melding that into one piece in a way to where they walk away feeling very great is something like that's my part of it.
See, I like that answer because I thought she was going to say I like knots,
Well, there's that too.
but that was a good answer. I like that.
So that's kind of how my spiel of it is. So
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck.
Chris wants to be tied
Chris
up.
was like, "You've been on my porch,
Nobody's
leave."
tying me up.
Well, tie me up. Come on. Tie me up with some licorice.
We got
Black-
a bunch of cables
Black
here.
licorice.
We could do that.
Now you're talking.
Some car batteries.
I'm perfectly good.
You could eat
right
your way
now.
out. It's okay.
Ooh. Whoa. We got to go there.
Yeah.
I went over to Candy's, had some of those crotchless panties over there.
All right, this podcast is over.
I don't know why the crotchless, because that's the best part right there. That's what the good licorice is right there.
Right there.
Right there, that good licorice.
That's where they have
Oh,
God.
shit.
the red vines.
The red vines?
Red vines.
They still make those, remember the licorice panties?
Laffy Taffy sticks. That's
I'm
all
married.
gonna
I don't
say.
know anymore. I don't know about that.
I'm still watching Hookers for Jesus on YouTube.
I told you. I wasn't lying about it, man. That's some real shit.
That's
It's in Vegas, though. It's based in Vegas.
I certainly hope my mom isn't watching this right now.
I'm sure she is.
She probably is. Hey, Mom.
You want to come back and sit down?
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for explaining your thing there.
Yeah.
What do I call it? I'm not gonna say thing, but you know.
Well, is it a type of bondage or is it
It's called Shibari.
shibari?
Yeah.
Watch out! It's gonna tip over if you don't put the. There you go, brother.
Shibari and
Cool, awesome.
Kimbaku. And also-
Shibari and kimbaku. So it's an Asian
Well,
kind of.
Yeah, and so what it
art.
comes from is in Japan. Sorry, what it comes from is in Japan and Asia, way back, thousands of years ago. When they had prisoners, they didn't have enough people to get the ore out of the mountains, pretty much, and so they had to use fibrous things to restrain their criminals, right? Because you can't send everyone out to the mountain, maintain, law and everything in the villages.
Yeah.
And so what happens is they had to transport people from region to region, kind of depending on what crime and things of that nature. And so every knot, every tie, every different position was not only what region you were from, but what crime you committed.
Huh.
So, and then,
It's kind of technical.
Or
and
you
shit.
know.
well, and then the other thing is like
Yeah.
this type of stuff is not intended to like kill anybody or anything like. Not to say that it's not dangerous, but what it's basically meant to do is to keep that person from being able to get out, to make it uncomfortable, to make it hurt. And that's to keep them in place, basically, because you don't want a prisoner running off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
I
whenever
don't like mine to run away.
I know
Stay.
she told
I
me.
got one in the closet. Don't say nothing to nobody.
God damn, he's gone.
But the other thing is too, as they started moving west, people started realizing, well, heck, we can tie people to train tracks and shit, and not really like that. But that's kind of where the Western style of it kind of burned off from. That's where you start seeing the people tied to washboards and things like that as a way to.
I never seen a guy
Yeah.
tied. You ever seen anybody tied to a
I-
washboard?
Well, think about the 1920s videos where you see the damsel in distress tied to the train track.
Yeah.
that's where it offshot from. So it became its own style of tying.
I thought they tied them to the train tracks so they get run over. No?
Well, that
That was the collateral. The girlfriend
I don't
Collateral
get where the,
part
I
of
don't
it.
get where the
tracks.
washboard
Yeah.
comes from.
Look,
so
The
she,
girlfriend.
she was
tried-
enjoying the knots. The train was a side effect.
The train was for special effects right there.
and then people started basically using it for artistic and sexual matters and things like that. And then it just
Yeah, I mean, these days, that's, I mean, the crazy shit that they got now, that's pretty tame compared to the other
Yeah.
stuff.
The internet has opened up the entire world to
And,
crazy
and
shit.
that's the thing. There's like so many people with so many different kinks and stuff, and it's like, you could think of the most twisted, fucked up thing, and you go online and you'll find a website for it.
oh yeah.
You know?
But see, that's the thing. I think as a society, we've come to the point where everybody is trying to think of the most fucked up thing or the next big fucked
You're
up
right.
thing. And,
Purpose for Jesus.
Well, and people automatically assume like I'm a dominatrix. No. Or that I automatically want to hurt them. No. That's no.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no.
like it's like you see these videos. I'm not like I watch these or anything, but I'm
well, do you have a performance name?
Yes.
Okay.
Rev Ratchet.
Okay.
oh, that's where the Rev Ratchet comes
Yeah.
from. Oh shit,
Ah.
gotta be a Rev.
Because you're a reference.
I am an ordained reverend, correct?
Wow, I am too. I can marry people. I'm
I've
a
married a
minister.
couple people.
Married. Just kidding.
So when you marry people, you tie them up first, or what?
I haven't had that kind of ceremony, but I'm not opposed to it.
It's coming. Watch, it's gonna be next.
I'm literally gonna tie the knot here.
we got an idea. I want to be on a boat, and you're gonna tie us up, and then you're gonna kick us both off
We're gonna make it
with
like Titanic.
natural fibers.
with natural fibers.
We'd have to do nylon. Just saying.
Nylon.
Anyway,
Going in salt water, it's got to be nylon.
it's got to be nylon fabric or nylon.
Got to
rope.
make them out of sugar or something so they melt. They won't. That way they
You
won't
can do it
drown.
with Laffy Taffy. That would be fun.
Oh, good God Almighty! Sticky Laffy Taffy.
I'd eat my way out.
I bet you would.
I'm a fat man.
I'm a fat man.
I feel your pain.
I'm a fat man. A fat man.
Oh gosh, I'll pass it back to the guys.
All right, thank you.
Love y'all.
We're about like, I mean, we're
That-
2 hours in already.
That,
Believe
that
it or
was
not.
pretty interesting. I enjoyed that. That was
It was a
actually-
lot more
I was trying
interesting
to
than
ma-
shit that I would
I
have
was
said.
trying to
Shut the fuck up, Matt.
I was trying to make
Don't
jokes.
disagree
but
so quickly.
I was trying to make jokes, but I'm like, I better not.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's just too many jokes you can make on that. It's just,
that-
I don't know, man. I guess people will dig it. I mean, I don't know, man.
It's not for everybody.
I don't know.
people dig everything.
I say we tie Matt up
there's
right now.
Any idea you can think of, somebody's gonna. It's like the.
Are you, Chris? You
It's
want
like the
that?
people dressing up in
Get
as
tied up.
furries, and
Well,
you know,
you like these fucking dudes, they'll be all in bondage and have some chick in high heels step on their balls and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
get
yeah.
that. I just
That
don't
sounds like so
understand
much
it.
fun.
yeah.
Like you've been a bad boy.
Pain
Fuck
like that. Wow.
I wasn't that bad, bitch.
No, but there's shit like that though, man. You know, these fucking dominations will fucking when they stomp on their balls and shit. It's like that's not good.
No, that doesn't feel good.
That's gonna ruin me for life.
That's gonna ruin, man. You can't. That's fucking,
Can't we?
I have to go to the doctor
Can't
now.
we just go to the bedroom and do it like normal people?
no, I'm gonna step on your balls.
Was that your Walmart voice there?
Hey,
Can't we do
there's
that,
there's.
old people?
Does anybody know Kim? Was it Soriano?
Kim Soriano is my neighbor.
She says I loved getting tied up. Loved in big letters.
Oh, Kimmy.
She married? Does her husband know this?
Wow. Yeah, he was there.
Quite sure Thomas knows.
Her partner was there when I tied her. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I seen pictures.
Oh, you got pictures too?
Do you
I've
give?
seen 'em.
Do you give group rates? Like
I don't
couples
charge.
rates?
Can we just tie Matt up
Well,
right?
you-
Can
obviously
we just
you
tie
got
Matt up right
if you
now?
got a decent clientele, you should charge. Charge what you're good at. Make some money. I don't know. Do an hourly rate. How long is a normal session? Hour and a half.
There you go.
So I would probably charge either $35 to $40 per hour.
I would
Or
do
$75.
$50 an hour. Seriously.
Well, you start small, build the clientele, then you raise the rates.
I guess. yeah.
75?
I would rather have people learn how
Those
to do
people
it
that want to get
safely.
tied up, they'll pay that money.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'd rather have people learn how to do it safely.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
but if you go to a college
Safely, what's
class
that?
and
Safely.
teach something, they're getting
Tied
paid
up
for
forever.
it. So
True.
So
You need to they need to teach those dudes, all those guys killing themselves because they're hanging themselves from the doorknobs trying to jerk off or whatever. They need to teach those dudes how to do it right.
No, there's no way.
No.
Do neck rope there.
The best challenge.
Remember fucking Kung Fu? He did that.
The best challenge I'm seeing right now,
Yeah, that's how he died.
and I'm loving it, is all these people getting out of the car and dancing as the car's moving and watching them get run over.
What is that
Is the
about?
greatest.
I've seen that one.
Have you not
fake,
seen
right?
this? This is like the
No.
new challenge thing or whatever.
You know that's fake as shit, right?
No,
That
there was
girl, the blonde girl that gets out of the car and then, oh my god!
They were showing on. They were showing on.
fucking fake.
They were showing on Yahoo News today. Some guy got ran over because
the girl one that you're talking about is fake, but somebody's definitely got
these
run
people,
over.
like real people are getting run over because they're jumping out of the car. As they're
Stay
the
in your car,
drivers
kids.
getting out of the car, the car's still moving.
I'm so out of
And they're
shape I
trying
couldn't
to-
catch up to the
they're
car
trying
again
to
and be like, oh
dance.
fuck it.
There's a park. I can't catch up with it.
I mean,
Put it neutral on us.
Oh my
we
God.
go
green
from
hill.
eating Tide Pods to now
my
jumping out of
God.
cars. Oh my god, dude!
Oh, I
I
forgot.
don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know what to say. When it comes to Tide Pods, and I don't get all that shit. I just
I
don't.
never thought I would snort a condom. I never have. But I'm
What,
just saying.
snort a condom?
Yeah, that's another challenge. People are snorting.
Well, like whole condom? Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
H.
Oh yeah.
I think we did that with spaghetti when we were kids, but I mean, that's something different. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's tiny though.
Yeah.
Not a piece of rubber that's going to get stuck in your throat.
Yeah.
I say Darwinism at its best, man. Let's bye.
You know, it's like that's, and you think about, okay, out of that group, it's like, who's going to be president in 30 years,
Holy shit.
Which one of these fucking Tide Pod eating motherfuckers is going to be president?
It's not going to be anybody that's eating Tide Pods.
You
Very
never
few people
know.
are doing that,
Well,
but it's everywhere. It's
about as good as we got right now,
You hear
so-
about it instantly.
maybe fucking, what's his name, made a Tide Pod, he'd be better president. I don't know.
I don't know.
Cheeto, that's fucking, we won't get into all that shit.
Please don't.
Yeah, that's
Let's not say we did.
that always gets us in trouble.
I know. Hey, so you got a date coming up at the end of this month?
Mhm.
Let's go over that again. So it's gonna be Hanover's. It's August
29th.
29th.
It's American Warrior Festival.
American Warrior Festival.
Yeah, they go all over the country, and it's
That's a good gig.
Yeah, I
Good
think
for
so.
you. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You gonna wear your camouflage pants?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I don't
Who's
know.
giving you shit about that? The camouflage shorts.
Everybody in my goddamn life.
No, there was somebody that on the podcast was giving him shit. I think you saw it.
I don't know.
Somebody on the podcast was giving him shit about those pants.
I give it to him all the time. He's
wear-
always.
You wear them too, dickhead.
I don't have camo
You got
shorts.
Stand up.
These aren't camo.
They're army green.
No, I mean camo. There's like these camo
All
pants.
right.
You don't have any camo
No,
shorts?
I don't have any camo shorts.
Pants are missing
The only
camo.
thing
I know what you're getting for your birthday.
the only thing
Camo
camo the only thing camo I have is the hat
Pink camo pants.
that you bought me for my birthday.
Oh, you do have that's camo that you got.
So that's the only camo I wear. But
Well, I like them. They're
yes, he
really
will be
comfortable.
wearing his camo pants. To answer your question.
I'll wear shorts or pants depending on the temperature and
Temperature.
August
I don't think I've
29th.
ever seen you in pants.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Camouflage pants.
I have one pair of
He's
Be below 40.
he's got a pair of camo pants.
I have one pair of BDUs and they're like I've never washed them ever, so they
Oh,
stink
no.
like fuck.
Sort of like Scotty MC with those leather pants he's
Oh
got.
God. I wonder if he
sexy
washes
as
those.
shit.
I think he dry cleans them every now and then.
I hope so.
You have to.
I don't know, man.
Because he moves a lot on stage.
He's a classy dude.
There's
He's
gotta
a,
be
he's a
some-
classy
Cleans
dude.
those
There's gotta
I
be some
guarantee.
bad news going on in there.
Some funk.
Scotty, wash your pants.
Wash your pants, Scotty.
Get on that, Scotty.
And with that, good night.
Scotty doesn't
All right, signing off.
So, anyways, you also have the new CD out. What about Seth? What about him?
Nothing.
What about him?
Nobody's
Nothing.
ever told me.
Nothing really.
It's been 17 or something years.
What about Seth? We
20
don't know
something.
about Seth. It's called What About Seth?
No,
It's an acoustic album, right?
It's an acoustic. It's the
An
acoustic, album.
acoustic album.
Yeah, it's all
It's acoustic-ish.
the band.
Acoustic-ish.
John's old
Sort-
band was called What About Seth, and so we decided to do covers of all their old songs and recreate their one and only CD, I guess.
It sort of got that Led Zeppelin
one
3
and
vibe to it. It's like acoustic, but not really.
Yeah.
There you go.
So-
Perfect.
We intended to be acoustic, but that just didn't work out all the way acoustic.
Yeah.
That's
when
tough
you
doing a
put
total
drums
acoustic
on.
album.
Well, he's like, we're gonna do an acoustic album. The next thing I hear is electric guitars and pianos in the back. I'm like,
What the fuck is this?
Well, those solos are really hard.
Hey, that piano's electric. That can't come
That's
in.
not a grand piano.
That's an electric piano, goddammit.
so, but yeah, it came out great.
It
Check
did.
it out.
I actually bought a copy.
Did you? You
You
should
don't
have
remember? You're the one
I
who sold
know.
it to me.
We've
I
been
don't
drinking
remember.
since
It was
then.
funny because I went there and
You should have said, "Hey, I
and
think
I
I
actually
get a
saw
free copy."
I saw everybody in the band. I said, "Who's selling the CDs?" Over Hanover's, right?
You went to each one of us,
Every
and we're like,
single
"Nope,
one,
that
yeah.
guy."
Gotta find John. So I go up to John, I'm like, hey, I want to buy CDs. Look at me. You want to buy one? Like I was actually gonna give him money. You know, like it was. He was surprised. And I said, I pulled out a $20 bill. I said, I don't have any change. He's like, well, I don't have any change on me. I don't have anything on me.
What do I look like, a merch girl?
He just thought like no one was gonna buy anything, right? like okay, it's our CD release party. People, because most people are like, hey man, can I have one or what? You know what I mean? No one wants to pay anything for anything anymore.
Yeah.
So I think I went to the bar and cracked the 20, gave him a 10 and got it. So it's great. It's a great CD. So
Thank you.
so hey, if you go to the Freebleeder show, please buy one. Don't ask them for one because these guys put a lot of money into this damn thing. And
True.
so we could maybe upgrade
We had a lot of
Totino's
effort.
pizza to something else.
There's nothing better than a
We have to
Totino's.
fund our Totino's
So do you do
pizza
like
business.
buy 5 at a time or 10 at a time or
What's that?
you do buy them 5 at a time or 10 at a time or
What, Totino's? Do
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
I haven't had a Totino's pizza in a long time.
He has no idea what they taste like.
I haven't had them in years.
So we had
I
a
hate Totino's.
we had a half-hour spiel on Totino's pizza and you don't even eat them.
No, I
Totino's is-
used to.
Oh, you
I used
used
to. I
to?
used to eat them all the time, and
Oh.
I loved them. The pepperoni ones, with the little cube.
The little cube pepperonis.
pepperoni?
Yeah.
Those are diced pepperonis.
Whatever.
I don't
Cubes
even
are
know if those.
bigger
I
than-
don't think those are actually pepperonis. Those are
I don't even think it's real
pepperoni,
meat.
actually.
Is that
probably.
the side of the dick? The side of dick.
That's probably the dick meat right there.
Diced.
I need to send this back, please.
That's not even the tip. It's just the side of the dick.
Just the
That ain't even
the
tip
foreskin.
meat. That ain't even tip meat. It's a side dick meat. Sort of like the dark meat of the turkey. You know?
What?
Give me some of that. Give me some of that tip meat right there. That's the good stuff.
Someone needs to design a chart of
Of dick
penis
meat.
meats. Like a
Oh,
cow,
like-
where you got
we are all going to hell.
you got the brisket over here, you got the loin.
The tip
got
meat
the
is where
butt.
all the good juicy stuff is. The side meat around here is like dark meat on a turkey. Now the bottom is like the giblets. These are giblets right here.
But when you fry it up, that skin, it's got a lot of loose skin under it. It's really good.
Excuse me.
Just pass that to Nacho. Not your ass, not your balls.
You might have to pick Good night.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Oh, unbelievable! All right, I think we're gonna roll this one home for tonight. You guys. So, anything else you guys got? Anything else?
Got a couple shows later in the future.
There
in
you go.
October,
Later in the future,
August. We got a new comic book in the works. We're still working on.
Yeah, based on superhero kind of girl like Margaret Dickerson.
Yeah.
Yep.
New CD probably coming next year sometime.
Or
Hopefully.
the year after, or the year after.
Or the
but
year
yeah,
after. Or the
one
year
of
after.
one of those years.
Other than that, no.
We got a whole hell of a lot.
We got
Yeah, we just want to come up here and bullshit with you.
I know. It was funny because I was online one day and this one he pipes up and he goes, "Been a long time." That's all he put.
I just randomly said, I was like, been a long time. He's like, how about August?
I'm like, if you guys if you want to come up, just ask.
I did.
Been a long time.
Well, we didn't.
Hey, there wasn't even a question mark on it. It was like, been a long time.
Oh shit!
I was
I don't know
feeling,
if that was like since last time, like, Fluffer. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
we didn't know if it was like Dave TV.
Can I take that bell home and
no.
I'll just ring it?
You're not coming back.
No.
Oh,
Love you, Dave.
No. Yeah. So, I mean, I think I texted you.
Sorry, Dave.
I think I texted you 5 minutes afterwards, man. When you want to come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking hey.
Well, it's always fun having you guys up. You guys are we always have a blast together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say we don't.
Yeah, because I mean, and I always talk about that first episode all the time. I mean, it's like one of my top 10. That was like I think the first one I was fucking crying. I was laughing so fucking hard. I don't remember. I don't remember what
we
we
didn't
were
even
talking
talk.
about.
We didn't even talk about the band at all. We just
Yeah,
sat here and talked
were
about
talking-
vending machines and fucking stupid bullshit.
Fucking movies or I don't know. I don't remember what the hell we were talking about.
Goddamn.
Y'all see that?
All right. But yeah, it's always fun coming up here.
I know. Thank you so much.
So-
Hey, anyways, people, let me give a tiny little spiel out first because I do have a killer band up here. There's a lot of great later. What?
Excuse me.
Hello.
Some leader.
There's a lot of great bands and a lot of great venues in Austin. Problem is, sometimes the crowds aren't that great, and I really don't understand why. I mean, you got so much great entertainment, so many great bands, so many great venues, and a lot of times the covers are free. They're not even a cover, so you can't even say free cover. There's no cover. A lot of free parking and stuff. So what you want to do is you want to find a band, or even a venue, man, that has, it's a new venue you've heard about, or a band that's got a buzz behind them. Go check them out, man. Go support the Austin local scene, and go support the bands because the bands really need it. So, like I said, a lot of the clubs don't have covers. You walk in the club for free. A lot of times you're not paying parking or whatever. If the band has a tip jar, go drop a couple bucks in the tip jar. If they don't have a tip jar,
Stick it in their pants.
Stick it in their pants. Freebleeder, perfect example. They got T-shirts, they got CDs, they got stickers, they got buttons, and whatever they got. Go up and buy something, man, because a lot of times, if they're not getting paid, 15 or $20 for a T-shirt you're paying that's their gas money home, or breakfast for the band, or whatever the case may be,
Or pay my water bill.
or pay his water bill.
We never see anything.
You never
always
see
does.
anything.
We all have jobs.
But anyways, like I said, just get out there and
We
support.
didn't quit our day jobs.
Get out. But get out and support the scene. But either by watching this podcast, watching Dave TV, watching 512 Studios over there with Omar Vallejo. There's so much great music stuff going on, not just in the clubs, but you have podcasts, you have TV shows, you have public access shows. You got a ton of shit in town. But all you got to do is go out and support, man, because without the people, we can't do it, right?
Right.
And when the venues, if you don't go to the venues, what's going to happen? They're going to slowly dry up because they don't have, nobody's, going to the venue to see bands. It's going to turn into karaoke or DJs all the time. And
some EDM.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, but for the local live music, you want to go check out local live awesome music. So with that, anyways, people, please try to do the right thing because Lord knows most of you don't. With that, we're going to take off. Freebleeder, thank you so much for coming to the studio tonight.
Bye.
We're going to be out of here. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Later.
What?
Walmart is the